The following is a live sports presentation on Glycod.
Glycod's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Good evening, everyone, from Frederick Douglass High School in Lexington. Welcome to our broadcast of Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod. It's opening night for 2026, and we've got a good one for you on opening night. The Bluebirds of Highlands against the Frederick Douglass Broncos. I'm Keith Elkins, working alongside for the first time Chris Wolf, former coach at Male High School, a very successful one there, won 2 state championships back in 2015 and 2018. We welcome you, Chris. Glad to have you with us, and we've got a good one for the fans tonight because these are two teams that we're going to see an awful lot of talent on this football field tonight.
Sensational matchup. Two great programs. Douglass is kind of the new dog on the block. Last 10 years they're celebrating a state championship team from 2022. And then Highlands has been around since the 60s. 23 state championships, 2 elite coaches, Coach McBeat, Coach Spire. Doesn't get better than this week 1, Keith.
Well, we'll get into detail about these teams in a few minutes, but there's going to be a lot of players whose careers will not end when they graduate from high school. We're going to see a lot of players going on to play college football. And, of course, you mentioned the 2 veteran coaches as well.
Yeah, excellent coaching staffs. Both have been there. Both have been in state finals before. Both have won state championships. Elite players on both sides. It's going to be an exciting game. This is a state final level competition. Elite players. You got the Lorenzen kid that everybody knows about on Highlands, and then on both sensational sophomore quarterbacks. We could go on and talk about them, but it's going to be an exciting matchup.
It will be, and we'll get into more of that as we go along on our pregame show. Glad you've joined us on Glycod, and our pregame show will continue, including comments from both coaches and more previews coming up in just a moment on Glycod.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Elite Building Products. For a wide selection of top quality windows, doors, and vinyl accessories, visit their showroom just off the 27 bypass in Nicholasville at 242 Wilson Drive. Elite Building Products, the right decision for your home.
Talking with Coach Nathan McPeak of Frederick Douglass, getting ready for the big opener against Highlands. And, Coach, let's review the preseason work for your team. You've got a lot of players coming back, and I would think that would be pretty helpful to a coach as far as preseason work is concerned. And you've had a lot of guys who have been there before.
Yeah, number one, appreciate what you guys do in covering all the athletes and programs in Central Kentucky.
Thank you.
Just always like to thank you guys for that. But, yeah, we have a lot more experience than we did a year ago at this time on the bus traveling to Highlands. So, that doesn't guarantee success. Every year's different. And, those kids that we have returning are still got to go out and play well. And, we play an elite schedule, and that starts tonight with Highlands, and they're really, really good. And but we do have a lot of experience coming back on both sides of the ball. So hopefully that helps us. And, we stay relatively pretty healthy.
You've got a player in Dakari Talbert who will be a very strong candidate for Mr. Football this year. He's obviously got the talent, speed, strength, but tell me how he has developed overall as a football player.
The thing about, we have a really good relationship. So, obviously he's a passionate person. So, when stuff doesn't, some negative stuff happens throughout, a game or practice, he's had to mature in that role a little bit more this summer. So I'm really pleased with the type of leader that he's become, just being a voice, an extension of me and our head coaches. He got voted a captain by his teammates. So obviously, that you got to be, a good player. The players have to know that, but also they got to know that you care about them. So that's one thing that I'm pleased that he's kind of done, over this past year. And obviously I think his hands are underrated. I think he catches the ball fairly well, and not a lot of people talk about that. So that's something that we did a lot last year pretty well, was get him in passing routes, and we got to continue doing that moving forward throughout the year.
Jaden Guzman stepped up at quarterback last year. You had to, you needed him, and now he has come along and got a year's experience under his belt. What are things looking like for him?
Yeah, I mean, he's done well. He's still got to play within himself and within the system, and not make mistakes, because, the best part of our football team is our defense. And, yeah, we have a Mr. Football candidate at tailback, and we have some good offensive linemen coming back. But we have basically a whole new wide receiver core that's very unproven. But, he just got to see his reads and deliver the ball, and he doesn't have to be Superman. Just, be a solid quarterback and don't turn the ball over. And that way, if every possession can end in a kick, we're going to be in a lot of football games, meaning it's okay to punt it every now and again instead of turning it over. You look at our scrimmage game against St. X last week, that's the only way they scored is, we turned the ball over once. So, but our definitely a strength of our team is there, and we just got to play to those strengths.
You mentioned the defense. We got to meet a couple of the guys at the preview show. Takori Fields, Thurman Wade, they're among the leaders, but you really have some standouts on that unit.
Yeah, and, our guys are very fast. They run to the football, and, we're just, we're not going to play too many people on our schedule, and we play the most elite people that can run like we can run. And that's, I've been coaching football for 20 plus years, and that's one attribute I noticed immediately when we started camp in July, is just how fast we can move to the football. So hopefully we do that tonight. We'll have to, and you got to get a lot of hats to the ball to tackle Lorenzen, and they have a really good athletic quarterback that you got to get to, and it's going to be a heck of a game, just like last year. And the team that blocks and tackles and hang on to the ball, it's always that way, but especially early in the year, is going to win this game.
Well, thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back on Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us, and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
This is the velvety green turf of your lawn, where you don't just earn your stripes, you mow them. Victory is not without obstacles: tall grass, dreaded fence line, trees to get under and around. Once we called this no man's land. Today we call it conquered. With cold, hard steel and an iron will. Go ahead, take a victory lap, 'cause it's mow day.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Want to stop vaping? It takes less time to get help than it does to skip this video. Text START MY QUIT to 36072. No pressure. Get free, confidential help to quit vaping.
This message was furnished by the Bourbon County Health Department.
Bugsy's Entertainment Complex is now open in Lexington. Located in Hamburg, Bugsy's brings together a wide range of attractions all under one roof, including bowling and duck pin bowling, arcade games, axe throwing, mini golf, and immersive experiences like the Hurricane VR ride and Valo Arena. This huge space also features food, drinks, and areas designed for parties, events, and nights out with friends and family. Whether you're planning a group outing or just looking for something new, Bugsy's offers a fresh entertainment experience right here in Lexington.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
To kind of figure out their offensive line against this stout Frederick Douglass defense. But they certainly are going to be, they can be explosive. We'll see how that matches up with the Douglass defense. But look for some really skilled players on the Highlands side that can make plays down the field.
Yeah, they do have a number of players that can do that, and we've talked about Taden Lorenzen some, and of course his name jumps out at you when you look at that roster, and he's the son of Jerry Lorenzen, the great UK quarterback who went on to the NFL and was such a legend in high school football at Highlands. But Taden has made his own mark as well, and he's a versatile player. We might see him on the defensive side of the ball a lot tonight, and he's just a fine football player.
Well, he's a big physical kid, athletic as can be, and putting him on defense, he can do a lot of things on defense. That's part of the reason they've been so stout, and I think their early scrimmages, the reports are that the defense has been outstanding. And then, like you said, Taden can do everything. He's the one that won the game last year against Douglass. You know, he got the 2-point play in double overtime to win it, so he is definitely a difference maker.
And we'll talk more about some key players in this ball game a bit later, but let's get a look at Douglas now. They're coming in off a season where they lost 5 games, had a season that a lot of schools would like to have, but that's not what they want to do here. They've got higher goals, and this year with a lot of players returning, they feel like they can get there.
I think an 8-5 season and the quarterfinal appearance for a team that only had 9 seniors, extremely young, was an outstanding season for them and just really propelled them to this season. There's a lot of high expectations for this team. This may be the most experienced team in the Commonwealth when you look at what they have coming back. And certainly a very sensational sophomore quarterback that started 11 games last year. I mean, he is a veteran as a sophomore, has a great arm, and then, of course, they have the elite running back also to complement them. So it's going to be interesting with the Highlands stout defense. Can Douglas move the ball with the elite tailback and then with an experienced sophomore quarterback?
Well, we expect a good one tonight, and tonight's game preview presented by Bugsy's Entertainment. This broadcast is authorized by Frederick Douglass High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student-athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll take a break, be back with more of our pregame show in just a moment, including comments from Douglas coach Nathan McPeak on Glycod.
Bugsy's Entertainment Complex is now open in Lexington. Located in Hamburg, Bugsy's brings together a wide range of attractions all under one roof, including bowling and duck pin bowling, arcade games, axe throwing, mini golf, and immersive experiences like the Hurricane VR ride and Valo Arena. This huge space also features food, drinks, and areas designed for parties, events, and nights out with friends and family. Whether you're planning a group outing or just looking for something new, Bugsy's offers a fresh entertainment experience right here in Lexington.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt affordable. Flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You don't have to look far to see the power of the Electrical Union Local 369. No matter the size, we have the right contractor to fill your needs. When it counts, you can count on the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 369. Contact the IBEW today.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Talking with Coach Bob Spire of Highlands, getting ready for the big opener with Frederick Douglass. And Coach, tell me about your preseason work for your team. Every coach has some questions that have to be addressed during that time, and you look at them all year, of course, but especially during that preseason time. What questions were you addressing during preseason, and how did that go for you?
Well, I think probably like every coach in Kentucky, with the rules and the guidelines and the way that you're so restricted really in a lot of the things from a practice perspective, probably every coach in Kentucky right now has the question of how well are we going to play physically in terms of pad levels, finishing blocks, wrapping up on tackles, just the whole taking on double teams or whatever it might be. I think those are looming questions out there probably across the state, just in the way a lot of those guidelines have evolved over the last few years. Beyond that, individually as a team, our biggest question mark tonight is going to be how well our really young, inexperienced, basically new offensive line is going to perform. With that combined with a sophomore starting quarterback. We have tremendous faith and confidence that this is going to be a really good combination and group of players, and they're going to mesh well together. But, we lost 4 starters off the offensive line. The only one we have starting half the season from last year is Andrew Swope on the offensive line. So that's when you combine that with a first-time starter at quarterback as a sophomore, that's always going to be a question.
You mentioned Bryce Armstrong, that first-time starter. Now, he saw some action last year and certainly shows a lot of promise. I'm sure he has a lot to learn, but it looks like he's learning it pretty quickly. Is that the case?
Keith, I've been doing this a long time. You don't want to get ahead of yourself, and you don't really know what's in the crystal ball as far as, potential injuries and those things over the course of a career. But he's on a really genuine trajectory, whatever how you want to express it, that's really positively trending. I've had a lot of great quarterbacks over the years, and I think this young man has a chance to really, really be special.
When fans look down the Highlands roster, the name that pops out, of course, is Lorenzen, Tayden Lorenzen, the son of Jared Lorenzen, the great UK quarterback. And Tayden has become a great player in his own right. He's a very versatile player, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a really fun and neat young man to coach. It's really kind of a once in a lifetime. I say that I've been really blessed, and I even go back to my horseman days back in Lexington years ago, and guys like Chad Spencer and Champ Kelly, et cetera. But Tayden is about as versatile and just high football IQ as you can imagine. Just instincts that are uncanny. Somewhere his brain is processing things, prior to everybody else, including me and every coach, et cetera. It's just an uncanny thing. There are some questions in terms of how he's going to fare tonight. He came out of spring with an injury that required a lot of downtime. He's really not in game condition. He's just now really getting back to being cleared for contact. So there are a lot of question marks about how effective he'll be tonight and how long he can go and how many play. But what I'm really looking forward to, Keith, is seeing him bring his gifts to the defensive side this year. We've not had that in the past. He's been, almost really exclusively an offensive, piece that we moved around. Made a ton of plays for us last 2 years. But we're also going to be playing him at linebacker and some on the defensive line. And that's just going to be another added element where he has a chance to impact the game.
Well, thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
All right, Keith.
We'll be right back on Glycod.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
Let's pause. Are you ready to break up with your vape?
text Start My Quit to 36072. No pressure. Get free, confidential help to quit vaping.
This message was furnished by the Bourbon County Health Department.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
And we are back at Frederick Douglass High School, moving up on game time now. The crowd getting into it. It'll be a beautiful night for football as the captains meet at midfield right now. Frederick Douglass wearing the orange uniforms tonight, and the visiting Highlands Bluebirds in the white as we get set for this game between these two powerhouse teams. And Chris, it's a big game time atmosphere. As a former coach, you really look forward to opening night, don't you?
Well, you can't beat this for game one of the season. Both teams are highly touted. We talked about that. And you want to find out where you are early. And there's no better test than right here between these two teams. And they both have a daunting schedule ahead of them, so it's going to be week after week for both these teams.
And Douglas has won the toss and deferred, so we'll see Highlands get the ball first, and we'll come back and have the opening kickoff in just a moment on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This is the velvety green turf of your lawn, where you don't just earn your stripes, you mow them. Victory is not without obstacles: tall grass, dreaded fence line, trees to get under and around. Once we called this no man's land. Today we call it conquered, with cold hard steel and an iron will. Go ahead, take a victory lap, 'cause it's mow day.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School football. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College, your community college. Tonight's game is brought to you by Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, the right decision for your home. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Bugsy's Entertainment, Lexington's fresh new food and fun experience. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. Central Equipment, specialists in farm and turf equipment since 1972. Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today. And by Fast Signs and Roosters. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School Football. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
We are set for the opening kickoff here of our 2026 season on Glycod. Glad you've joined us tonight. Keith Elkins along with Chris Wolf, and we are about to see Highlands and Douglas get it underway from the farm here at Frederick Douglass High School. Going to have a good crowd on hand tonight on a beautiful evening for football. Temperature in the 80s as we start out, and it'll cool off into the mid-70s as we go along this evening. It looks like Clayton Wallace is going to kick it off for Douglas and approaches the ball and drills a line drive, and we are underway. Good return up to about the 30-yard line for Highlands, and that's the way this game will get started.
I think that was Tincher.
Tincher, yeah. Tincher made the return.
Yeah, went up the left sideline. You know, that's a thing in high school football. We want to return it to your sideline. And so most teams call it to their sideline on the opening kickoff.
So Highlands will get it started from about the 30-yard line in their own territory. Bryce Armstrong is the quarterback and a very highly regarded sophomore. He takes it. He's going to throw on the first play. And the pass is complete. Short gain. Got it out to the right side. Got it to Feldbergy.
Douglas had an inverted cover 2 look there. Kind of interesting. You don't see that much in high school, but the corners were playing low, and they were able to get to that screen.
Second down play, just a short gain on that one, and now the Bluebirds are ready to go again. And we get a whistle. They'll step one off against the Broncos. Encroachment is the call, and that'll move it up to about the 36-yard line for Highlands.
Smart move when you get nothing on first down to go ahead and try to get a cheap one and get back on schedule.
Now the snap and the give straight ahead.
Just a GY counter there. You got to kick out and then you got to lead up. That's a staple of the Highlands offense. Run that for years under Spire.
Tatum Lorenzen on the carry. He's in the backfield just to the left of Bryce Armstrong. And he turns and hands it to Lorenzen again straight ahead, crosses the 40 to about the 43-yard line, and that'll be first down yardage.
Same concept. You got a sniffer back. He kicks out, and you pull the backside guard. He leads up. Just power it in there.
And Lorenzen can deliver plenty of power, can't he?
Yep. If you want to get 1 yard, might not be a better guy in the state right there.
Ball at about the 43. Here's the snap to Armstrong again. Lorenzen hits into the left side of the line this time, and he is met hard, and a short gain. They get him down.
Douglas is going quickly to a man defense so they can crowd the box there. So a quick adjustment now that Highlands got a first down and been running the ball in the middle.
Peyton Mayo, a big lineman, in on the stop for Douglas. Ball at about the 46-yard line. A look to the sideline by Armstrong. Again, Lorenzen right there next to him. And the snap, he's going to look, and he's rolling to his right this time and fires downfield on the run and overshoots the receiver down at about the 40-yard line. He was going for Keel Harris.
5-man rush right there by Douglas. So bring in the pressure early. They got pressure off of the defensive right side, flushed Armstrong out, and they were able to at least escape the pocket and get an incomplete.
Third down at about 7. Ball the 46 in Highlands territory. Here's the snap to Armstrong. Again, he looks downfield, has to scramble a little. Out to the right, he's going to take it himself, crosses midfield, gets to about the 45, and he picks up the first down.
All right, that is twice that he's beaten the defensive left end. I know Douglas is not happy about that. You got to contain the quarterback. They were playing coverage behind it. They were playing a cover 2 look again. Everybody was covered, but, you got to contain the quarterback.
Bryce Armstrong showing some of that athleticism here very early. Here's the snap. Hands it off to Kramer, who takes it forward. There's Maddox Jones wrestling him down, along with Thurman Wade.
Yeah, I think they're happy to pound it here. Let Armstrong get his sea legs in his first start.
Second about 6 for Highlands. Again, a look to the sideline. That's Kramer in behind the quarterback Armstrong. And the snap a little high. He turns, delivers quickly to the left side, and Chase Jacob, I think he must have looked up right into the sun. It looked like he couldn't pick that one up and unable to make the catch.
Yeah, unfortunate. The sun was right there in his eyes. Like, if it was on the other side of the field, he'd have been in the shade, but right into the sun. You're right. Good call there.
So Highlands on the move after taking the opening kickoff. And now looking at a 3rd and 7.
See if we get cover 2 again here.
And again, it is Armstrong. Has to escape a tackler. Looks downfield and floats it downfield. And the catch is made down near the 30-yard line. That was Jacob, who lost the helmet as he was brought down.
Yeah, a couple of things here for Douglas. The young quarterback likes to escape to his right. He's a right-handed quarterback, so he's escaped to his right 3 times now, and so that's information Douglas can use. But, for a sophomore with his first start, very savvy, very impressive. What the call here was.
Highlands continues its offensive drive here in the opening minutes. Just exactly 9 minutes to go, first quarter.
Roughing the passer. I didn't see it. So that's going to put another 15 on the end of it. It's going to be inside the 20.
So they'll step it off. Referee tonight, Keith Jackson.
Douglas's defense has got to be upset about the contain. It's all been on that left defensive side too. I'm sure they are upset about that and trying to figure that out.
So first down for the Bluebirds at about the 14-yard line now. Listerman moving to the left, and now the handoff and a short gain straight ahead.
That's their staple. They're in that kind of a 21 personnel, depending on how you look at it. They've got a sniffer back, which is not really a back, and then a traditional tight end. So it's really probably 12 personnel because I don't think the other guy's going to run the ball.
Lorenzen on the carry.
So 18 and 11 at the tight end.
Now the snap, and again they give it to Lorenzen. He's brought down from behind as he approached the sideline. Lamonte Brown wrestled him down.
Am I crazy to think that was a pass? He was kind of going slow there.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, the receiver down here on the right was in the back of the end zone. I have a feeling that might have been a pass. I didn't see any linemen down the field, which is interesting.
Lamonte Brown, 5'11", 220, a senior, made the play for Frederick Douglass. Clock under 8 minutes in the first quarter now. No score in the ball game. Opening drive.
QB run.
Armstrong just takes off and cuts to the left a little bit and makes a nice gain inside the 10. Sion Khan credited with the stop for the Broncos. He's expected to be one of their defensive standouts this year.
Impressive drive, even if they get a field goal. Impressive drive for Armstrong. Extremely impressed with this kid already.
So it'll be Kai Anderson with the try for the field goal. Cale Harris to hold. He'll set up at about the 25-yard line. So Kai Anderson, 52 of 55 on extra points, 3 of 7 on field goals in 2025. Takes a look at it. He's ready. And the kick is in the air, and it is good. And Highlands comes up with 3 on their opening drive. That comes with 7:24 to go in the first quarter. Highlands 3 and Douglas nothing. We'll take a break and be right back with more football in just a moment on Glycod.
You don't have to look far to see the power of the Electrical Union Local 369. No matter the size, we have the right contractor to fill your needs. When it counts, you can count on the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 369. Contact the IBEW today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Chris Wolf. We're here at Frederick Douglass High School, and Highlands comes up with 3 on the opening drive, and it didn't come easy, but they worked at it and had a long, sustained drive.
I think we can go ahead and say Bryce Armstrong has passed his test. He is legit. We had 3 scrambles and then a hard physical run to end the drive. Very impressive young man.
So now Douglas will get a shot at it on offense. We'll see the sophomore quarterback for the Broncos, Jaden Guzman.
Yeah, Guzman played a lot last year. He was the starter in all the big games, the Manual game, Trinity game, Bull County game. So even though he's a sophomore, he has a ton of experience. It'll be interesting to see who's going to be his receiving target.
Green, Talbert, and Robinson back deep for Frederick Douglass. There's the kick from Anderson. That one's going to sail into and out of the end zone. A good kick by the Highlands kicker, and now the Broncos will get it, and we'll see what Guzman and company can do. And he's got Dakari Talbert in that backfield with him, so always a threat.
Yeah, I think obviously Highlands is going to be zeroed in. I think they're going to be zeroed in to stop the run and see who Guzman can find in the passing game.
Jaden Guzman brings him out. Talbert in the backfield with him. Guzman takes the first snap and hands it right to Talbert. He hits the hole quickly, but it closes quickly as well. And he is stopped after a short gain. Pickup of 2 or 3 for Dakari Talbert.
Broncos come out in 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, 1 hand down, 1 in an off-wide position, and run weak side. And Highlands' stout run defense shows itself early.
Talbert, 1,423 yards last year on 205 carries. Several college offers for him. Second down and about 8. And the snap to Guzman. He's looking, and he's in trouble back there, and down he goes. Trent Johnson, Lorenzen was in there too.
Yeah, Douglas broke to 10 personnel, Keith. They had doubles on either side, so not a lot of protection there. And, the difference between Douglas and Highlands right now is the quarterback escaping for Highlands, and they got Guzman on that one.
So now the Broncos looking at 3rd and 15 as we approach the 6-minute mark in the first quarter. It's a 3-0 lead for Highlands. They scored on their opening drive. Douglas now in possession of the football for the first time. There goes Talbert to the right. And now the handoff from Guzman. And a short gain again.
Yeah, Keith, that's the 3rd different, to start the game personnel package. Interesting. That's pretty common. They went 20 personnel there, 2 backs in the backfield. And so they're trying to get information. I've been there trying to get information on how Highlands is going to play the different personnel. But bottom line is they're 3 and out.
I believe that was Sagasser on the carry that time for Douglas. So now Douglas looking at very much a punting situation. Sion Khan, their outstanding defensive player, is also the punter. So he steps back there and will line up at the 5-yard line. Khan gets some good distance on it, low trajectory. Taking it about the 38 and not much there. Nope, across the 40 to about the 43. And return.
Gabe Williams.
Gabe Williams,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot there on the return, but he secured it and got a few yards, but they're in great field position here, Keith.
They really are. They'll start within range of midfield for sure, and now Bryce Armstrong with a scoring drive under his belt for 2026 comes back out there. Well, at the 43 in Highlands territory, and now the quick snap and the toss out to the right, and that one is caught by Kramer, makes a couple of nice moves and gets up to right about midfield.
Nice first down call. Get the ball in Kramer's hands. He makes one guy miss. Gets about 7 on first down. An easy throw. Get the ball out fast.
Highlands working quickly this time. There's the snap. Kramer again. This time hits into the right side of the line.
Went back to their GY counter, Keith. Kick out, wrap up. That's a staple. And they'll pound and pound and pound. And if you don't fit it right, eventually they're going to find a crease and may bust one.
3rd and short. Kramer, the son of Jeff Kramer, a standout for Kentucky and still up among the all-time leaders in tackles for the Wildcats. Here's the snap. It's Armstrong, and it's a run right from the start this time, and he crosses the 45-yard line down to about the 43, and that'll move the chains.
The second called quarterback run, and he does not look like a sophomore. He's impressive.
Seems to have the poise and certainly has the physical gifts. He has thrown on the run a couple of times and on his way to an outstanding career. Here's Kramer after the handoff.
Yeah, not a lot there. Stout Frederick Douglass defense.
Tackle made at the 40-yard line, so 2nd and 8 for the Broncos. Not for the Broncos, for the Bluebirds, as the Broncos trail here 3-0. Now they've got 3 receivers out to the left near the top of your screen.
Oh, they got a blitz. Missed him again, and he goes right.
Dodges a tackler and heads right, and he's got some room out there. And crosses the 30, gets down to about the 26-yard line. Bryce Armstrong got past the first man and saw some running room.
Douglas D coordinator has got to be beside himself. Now he called an athletic safety blitz, and he had Armstrong one-on-one, and Armstrong made him miss.
So the athlete made the play that time and got a good gain out of it. Now 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Again, Lorenzen bounces off a couple of players to pick up a couple of extra yards, and he's down close to the 20.
Yeah, about 3 yards after contact there. They go low on him, and Lorenzen was able to handle it and still spin out and get 3 extra yards and make that an efficient first down play.
2nd down coming. Look to the sideline by Armstrong. Clock running at 2:20 of the first quarter. Now he's going to look to the left side. He's going to run out that way, and flag flies as he nears the sideline and gets pushed out of bounds. Corey Fields got him out of bounds, but we've got a flag, and that's going to be a hold against Highlands.
Well, our first escape to the left. He seems to be able to escape either direction, Keith.
Well, Bryce Armstrong has some other weapons to go to, but he is a versatile player, and we've seen him run to either side and occasionally just take off up the middle too.
Yeah, these are out of structure. I mean, this is just quarterback making a play. The pass is not there, and he's just making a play with his feet.
On the 32 now. And Armstrong has it and floats it over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen lost his balance, it looked like, as he neared the 30-yard line and went down, but nice touch by Armstrong to float it right over the on-rushing defenders.
Douglas only brought 3 there and dropped 8, so even though the 3 guys rushed upfield, there's still 8 guys there to play it, and so they were in good position.
3rd down and 13 at the 30. Here's the snap to Armstrong. This time he's headed right and looking right and throwing, and that one's picked off. Picked off on the sideline.
Keith, it's a flood concept. You run off the corner. The second guy runs about a 12 to 15-yard out, and you get that stretch. And the safety read it the whole way. I could see it coming.
Emmanuel Marshall with the pickoff. And now that gives the Douglas crowd and the Douglas sideline a big lift as Highlands was methodically moving down the field again. It's set back by the penalty a little bit, but driving into Douglas territory, Highlands holding a 3-0 lead, but now the Broncos offense is back on the field with 1:33 to go in the first.
Yeah, see if the Broncos, what they do different here on the second drive. They're probably still in their opening script, though, Keith, so we'll see.
From about the 16-yard line.
Pin and pull.
And the quick give to Talbert, and he gets up close to the 20. Kramer pulled him down.
That's a Coach McPeak special. They did, they're in 12 personnel. They show unbalance. They shift over, and then they do a run concept called pin and pull. It's very similar to the old buck sweep. You're gonna pin down, and you're going to pull 2 guys. Decent run there.
2nd and 6 now for Douglas. Looking for their first down of the game. Guzman takes the snap, hands it to Talbert again. This time it hits into the right side, and they're there to meet him. Kramer was there along with Jacob.
Split zone concept out of 12 personnel. They just bring that off Y across. He's going to block the C-gap defender and then give it to the back to find a crease.
3rd down and 3 for the Broncos.
Got a blitz. I think they got him.
They have drawn him.
Oh, no. False start.
Everybody points in opposite directions, of course.
Yeah.
Well, they step it off against the Broncos, and now it'll be at the 19.5.
Was third and 3 there, Keith, and Highlands was bringing it. So we'll see what they do now that it's, 3rd and 8?
3rd and 8. Guzman with Talbert right beside him. In motion is John, and now there's the toss across the middle, and he's got his man. That's going to be a big gainer for Frederick Douglass, and that one may go. And he's finally brought down after crossing midfield.
Great call by Douglas. Highlands had all 11 guys below 7 yards. I was watching that, and they just found that. You find a screen against that look, and it's going to go. Great call by the Douglas staff.
And Talbert on the receiving end. We'll take a quick break and be right back in just a moment at Frederick Douglass on Glycod.
Suntime Pools. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Suntime Pools.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Chris Wolf from Frederick Douglass. We expected a good one tonight, and we've got one going as we start the second quarter. Chris, your thoughts on that first quarter?
Well, Highlands has shown they have the offense to move the ball, and it really centers around Bryce Armstrong. To be fair, he can make bad plays look good, and so he's able to march them down the field. Made one bad decision on a rollout, but Douglas has got to find themselves. Right now, they have the one screen on third down, but they've got to figure out how to get the ball down the field in the passing game, and we'll see if that can materialize for them. But right now, Highlands' run defense is as good as advertised and very impressive. So it's going to be interesting to see as Coach McPeak kind of probes the Highland defense. I've seen a lot of different personnel packages and some different blocking schemes as he tries to figure out a way to penetrate that defense. But Highlands has gone cover zero a couple of times. So I think Douglas is going to have to take a shot if they want him to back up.
We'll see how the Broncos handle it in the second quarter after the big play to Talbert. They're on the 36-yard line in Highlands territory. Both teams looking for big things in 2026, but unfortunately somebody's going to take a loss tonight. Snap to Guzman, hands it to Talbert, picks his way left, and there's the fumble. Ball's on the field, a scramble for it.
I do want to point out Highlands in that set had 10 guys within 6 yards of the ball. The line of scrimmage, I should say. Six yards from the line of scrimmage, 10 guys.
Well, Douglas did retain possession. Second down play. Out looking and throwing incomplete.
Yeah, boundary glance route. That's a 5-step mini post. He was open. They were playing, it looked like a cover 3 out of Highlands. They were backed off a little bit, and he had that inside leverage. Just the ball was thrown behind him. That one would have went.
Now we saw Talbert fumble the ball a minute ago, but talking about his development as a running back, he's patient now and picks those holes, and then he can really go once he gets into a hole.
Yeah, he's the whole package at running back, and Highlands knows it.
Here's the snap. Here comes Talbert again. And this time he cuts left, makes a nice move, and is down at about the 25-yard line.
Great run, great physical run, but Highlands is making him earn it. He's every bit as good as advertised, but Highlands is hitting him at the line of scrimmage. He's spinning out and was able to get that first down.
First down yardage for Talbert, and
he limping off.
Yeah. Now the ball spotted at the 25-yard line as the Broncos in the orange break their huddle. It's Wallace who just moved over to the left. And now Ross takes the handoff and looking for room around that left side. Didn't find a whole lot as he was brought down. Stojkovic, nice tackle, and they're looking for a lot from him on defense for Highlands this year.
Yeah, Stojkovic, good bloodlines with him too. His dad played. Marty played at Ole Miss. He's just a sophomore, I believe. So they're expecting big things out of him.
So it'll be a second down play, 2nd and 9 for Douglas. Ball at the 24. John comes out wide right near the bottom of your screen. Talbert in the backfield right next to the quarterback Guzman, and now we're going to get a timeout for Highlands. That comes with 9:48 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more football on Glycott.
Bugsy's Entertainment Complex is now open in Lexington. Located in Hamburg, Bugsy's brings together a wide range of attractions all under one roof, including bowling and duck pin bowling, arcade games, axe throwing, mini golf, and immersive experiences like the Hurricane VR ride and Valo Arena. This huge space also features food, drinks, and areas designed for parties, events, and nights out with friends and family. Whether you're planning a group outing or just looking for something new, Bugsy's offers a fresh entertainment experience right here in Lexington.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Ball on the 24-yard line, a 2nd down and 9 play coming up for Frederick Douglass. Guzman waits for the snap. And there it is. He wants to throw. He's stepping back and throwing out to his right and got his man down near the 20 or down near the 16-yard line. Caden John takes the pass.
Yeah, it looked like a curl concept, just a simple curl flat. And Guzman threw it in rhythm. That's his best throw of the night right there. Threw it into a crowd right there on the curl and right at the stick. I guess they're short.
So, yeah, 3rd and 1, 3rd and less than 1, I guess, at about the 16. The snap, the give to Talbert, and he's got the first down this time. Nice to have him on those 3rd and short. Nice to have him anytime, but 3rd and short, that's a pretty reliable call.
Looked like a one-back power to me. Pulled the backside guard up and then used that extra tight end as a lead blocker.
So 1st down Broncos. Ball situated at the 13-yard line now in Highlands territory. Douglas trying to get on the board and possibly take the lead here. They're down by 3. Guzman with the snap. Again, the hand to Talbert. Goes to the right side. Lorenzen tried to rake that ball out of his hands, but was unsuccessful. But they get him down after a short gain.
Yeah, another, I don't know if it was a pin and pull, but they brought both linemen, one kick out, one wrap up. Lorenzen went in there and almost got the ball. He ripped at it, and he was able to hold on.
Taden Lorenzen, 6'3" and 235. There are some big players in this game tonight. The snap, and Talbert again. This time hits to the right side. Jacobs tried to pull him down, couldn't get him, and he heads for the corner. And he is
a little short.
There, close.
They're saying he stepped out at the 2.5, Keith. One back power again, Keith. And that time they had an unblocked guy, and Talbert just had to take him on.
Whistle sounds as before the snap this time.
Uh-oh. Keith, they lost their right tackle on that. What's going on here? 2 linemen are going to the sideline. 3 linemen are going to the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is going on?
All right, well, they got it straightened out, and now they're from the 2. The snap, the hand to Talbert. Fakes, cuts left, a beautiful move, and he's into the end zone.
Oh, wow. What a move. That's what we call an outer structure run. That wasn't designed to go there, Keith.
Well, Talbert can rewrite it a little bit, and he did that time. And the Broncos are in front. 7:58 to go. Second quarter. 2-yard run by Dakari Talbert.
Yeah, the screen on that drive, right, was the big play. It was a 30, 40-yard screen.
Mm-hmm.
They flipped it at the quarter. You almost have to have an explosive to get a scoring drive, and that was that screen.
So a 6-3 lead for Frederick Douglass as they get set to try the extra point.
Missed it. Hit the upright.
So they come up empty on that one.
Not the upright.
Bushman with the kick. But it'll remain 6-3, 7:58 to go, second quarter. And we will take a break and be right back with the kickoff in just a moment on Glycod.
You don't have to look far to see the power of the Electrical Union Local 369. No matter the size, we have the right contractor to fill your needs. When it counts, you can count on the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 369. Contact the IBEW today.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Getting set for the kickoff. Douglass has taken the lead. 6-3 Broncos. And Bushman steps into it and delivers it down close to the goal line. And Tincher, I think, took it in the end zone, so they'll bring it back out. Glycod would like to thank our corporate partners for being part of tonight's live, free-to-watch high school sports broadcast. If you're a business owner and would like to market through our platform, contact us at info@glycod.com.
Well, good drive for Douglass there, converting that screen, big explosive. Talbert got him some third down and mediums with his running ability, and then there was a nice curl pass there to get down close. And they've now answered. We'll see what Highlands has.
Well, Highlands back out there, starting from the 20-yard line following the kickoff, and now Bryce Armstrong ready to go again, and he takes it himself and heads up to about the 25 to see a loose ball out there. Douglass says they have it. So Douglass has it. A turnover, a big turnover, is going to give it right back to Douglass at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, called quarterback run. They fake a back away. I don't know if that was Kramer they faked to or not, but another called quarterback run on first down, and just the ball got popped out.
So big opportunity for the Broncos to add to the momentum that they've had going.
So back-to-back turnovers for Highlands, the interception and then the fumble. They're going to have to dig down here.
Guzman ready to take the snap and get him going on first down.
One-on-one.
Sets up and fires toward the end zone, and that one is caught for the touchdown.
Keith ahead, everybody low.
Caden John with the catch.
Just just catch it. No coverage to read. Just a one-on-one throw right there.
So quick touchdown for Douglass, and they've moved out in front 12-3. 16 seconds. After that last score, 16 seconds of playing time. Now it's a 12-3 Broncos lead.
Yeah, you could see it. One of those things, Keith, that in the coaching circles is a change of possession. You go for the throat. You go for the jugular, right? Mm-hmm. So anticipating them getting a quick change of possession, and then they got a cover zero look. There was no help. So, again, it's just a one-on-one ball. The receiver got about 5 yards behind the Highlands guy and waited on the ball. And, quick strike.
Well, Bushman will line up for the extra point try. I'll get a whistle before that happens. And a substitution.
Are we going with the knee pad here? Is this what they're doing? He got thrown out because he, or not thrown out, but told to go to the sideline because he's knee pad. I don't know. We'll never know, Keith.
One of the mysteries of football.
Yes, we'll just move on.
Yep. Okay, now they're lined up again. And Bushman hits this one, and it is 13-3. Douglas on top now by 10. 7:42 to go in the second, and we'll take a break. Back with more in just a moment on Glycod.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Keith Elkins, Chris Wolf, along with you here at Frederick Douglass High School. Chris LeBar, our producer, Joel Million, our camera operator, Steve Bird, executive producer of Glycod Sports. And Chris, a real momentum shift here, so this is a pretty important time for Highlands right now.
2 back-to-back turnovers, Keith, and one backed up. You know, you had the interception. They were driving, had the interception, and then the fumble on the first play here. So, you know, Highlands is now we got a penalty, so they're going to get pushed back. So Highlands going to get some decent field position here, it looks like. So that'll be a big help. But really need to answer here. The Bluebirds do.
Tincher, Williams back there for Highlands as Bushman kicks it away.
Williams. Yep.
And Williams is going to chase it down. A lot of bounces before he picked it up, and now he slips near the 20, 25, and apparently went down there.
Yeah, so unfortunate. Had a chance. You know, the Douglas kicker, whether he tried or not, kind of put it in a spot where they couldn't catch it on the fly, and they got a little bit of a roll there, and so they were kind of scrambling to get the ball, and so not as good a field position as maybe I thought they might get here.
So it'll be at the 25. Bryce Armstrong looks things over and takes it and then straightens up and fires right over the middle. Short gain there to Benke, Griffin Benke.
He needed all 6'5" of that frame to catch that one. That was a little RPO stick route, and but, you know, an efficient first down play.
6'6". Griffin Benke with the catch. Ball at the 30 now, just over the 30. And the snap and the handoff, and that one hits into the middle of the line. Again, a short gain there.
Well, really a solid second down run there into the heart of the Douglas defense. Highlands line is getting a good push. I mean, I think it's going to be 3rd and inches.
Yeah, he did get a good gain on that one. Hitting into the middle. You draw a crowd wide away, but he was able to grind out some yardage, and now 3rd and very short for Highlands.
And I think that was Kramer.
Yeah.
Really runs behind his pads, you know. I mean, he's really finishing forward, and that line, that young Highlands line is looking, you know, pretty stout. You know, they've had a pretty solid run game against this tough Douglas defense.
Yeah, we've had a penalty against Douglas. They're stepping off 15, and Highlands will put it in play from the 50-yard line. There goes Armstrong, hesitation, and then took off with it. Bounces off a couple of tacklers and then gets down to the 40-yard line before they're able to get him down. Damon Green in on the stop for Douglas.
Empty backfield there, Keith. They had a sniffer back, but nobody in the backfield next to Armstrong to hand the ball off. 2 out wide on each side, so a different set here, which is looks like a heavy quarterback run set.
Just a little short of a first down, so a second down play, 2nd and short. A lot of options on 2nd and short, and now Armstrong takes it and fires out to the right.
Ooh.
That one nearly went the other way.
Yeah, that was one of those RPOs, quarterback run or throw the screen out, and Douglas read it like a book, and luckily the ball wasn't on target, or it would have been 6 the other way, I think.
Damon Green right there to nearly make the big interception and return for a score. So 3rd down and 2 now. Here goes Armstrong again, tripped up as he got close to the line of scrimmage.
A lot of quarterback run now. We're getting a lot more design quarterback runs here late in the second quarter.
So 4th down play coming. 4th and 2.
Watch for the freeze play here. Try to draw them off sides. Didn't get it.
So they look to the sideline. Lorenzen out to the right near your top of your screen.
You got single coverage to the field, but he's out wide below the numbers. Usually you're not going to throw anything below the numbers. He's just trying to stretch them. So I think they're probably going to, well, we'll see. It's going to be a punt.
Did they take the timeout? Okay, false start. And so 5 yards will be stepped off against Highlands. So,
well, the 5 yards here, Keith, really doesn't hurt. I mean, it actually kind of helps the punt game. So, you know, he's kicking from near the 50, so that extra 5 yards gives him a better chance to get it inside the 10.
Cale Harris back there to punt, standing on his own 39-yard line now. So the 5-yard penalty takes any decision-making out of it, and now Harris waits for the snap. And gets it away.
Right at the 10. Didn't catch it.
Toby Robinson watched it bounce there, and now it's going to be down at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, got lucky on that. That ball was in the air forever. Would have been, what I would think a catchable ball. But lucky for Douglas, you didn't get the bounce. It just basically went straight up in the air and back down.
So that'll put the ball at the 10. 1st and 10 from the 10. 4.5 minutes to go before halftime. Douglas on top, 13-3.
Douglas, Keith, gets the ball second half, so they can get, they could run the air out of the ball here, take it to half, and then get the ball at the second half too, and kind of limit possessions if they want to or if they can. Of course, they have to get some first downs for that to happen.
On 1st down, Wallace moves left, and now the snap and the give to Talbert, looking for room around that left side. Finds a little bit. Gets out of bounds at about the 24, 25-yard line.
Yeah, nice little run. They did pull. I couldn't tell who pulled, but they did pull. But, Talbert, you can just see that speed. Now we got a flag on that side there, Keith. What that is.
Yeah. Waiting. What was the sign down here? Referee hold, Keith Jackson.
Yeah, we got it.
Holding against Douglas. And play occurred at the 15, not the 25. And right now they push back even further. And 1st and 14.
If Highlands can get a 3-out, great field position before the half to try to get a score.
Talbert looking for room, none there, and he is dragged down.
Nice hit.
After a loss. Jimmy Cox in there for Highlands.
Big time hit by number 14, Jimmy Cox. 6'3", 195, I believe. He brought the wood there, Keith.
He brought Dakari Talbert down right away, and now Douglas really pinned back.
Not many options here. Don't really like throwing screens here, Keith, so you're limited.
So Guzman in the end zone. He's going to look to throw, and now he starts out and has to fire upfield.
Well, they went empty, which is a strategy. And I've used that before down on the goal line to kind of clean up and just try to take a shot and get a 99-yarder. But Highlands had it covered pretty well, at least, and Gooseman didn't find anybody. So now you're looking at 3rd and forever, right?
Third down play coming.
They still got 2nd down on the.
Yeah. I thought we had 3rd down.
Yeah, I did too.
See, we have the penalty earlier, so now they've 3rd down on the scoreboard, but 2 on the marker.
Roughing the intentional grounding. A safety. Wow. Wow, a lot of stuff there. I missed all of that.
And I saw the signal for the safety, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're saying, he just threw it away. Now, he threw it to Highlands sideline. I don't know. He had 5 receivers in the route. Like, they were empty 5 wide. And so he threw it pretty far down the field, so I just assumed there was a receiver nearby. But clearly the Highlands coaching staff was able to work the official to get that call because it took a little bit of time. I didn't see
Some debate, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to discuss that one, but safety it is. So our score is 13-5 as Douglas leads in this ball game with 3:34 to go in the second, but 2 more for the Bluebirds. They were putting good pressure on them down there.
Well, they couldn't get Talbert out. He had the 2 runs he had to hold, and then the great tackle, the great hit by Jimmy Cox there forced him to try to throw, and that precipitated a intentional grounding down at in the end zone. Intentional grounding is a safety.
So Bushman will kick it away from the 20. So a chance for some great field position for Highlands. Gets some distance on it. Williams takes it. Comes upfield to about the 40, 45, and still dancing around over there. Gets across midfield, it looks like, to about the 49-yard line in Douglas territory. Got a flag on the play.
Yeah, I would think that's going to be a hold on Highlands. That's usually on any kickoff return, almost always it's on the return team.
So it will go against Highlands. So they will step that one back off to the 40. And that's where the Bluebirds will take over. 1st and 10. They trail now by 8.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see Highlands on this drive. They've done a little bit more quarterback run, some more RPO stuff, and see what they do.
Here's the snap, and Armstrong tosses it out to Lorenzen, trying to get him some room out there, and he's close to a 1st down before they bring him down.
Another flag.
We'll see what this one is. I'm
going to say ineligible down the field because the official came from the Douglas sideline, and if you know anything about coaching, the other sideline is always saying ineligible downfield. So we'll see. Illegal formation? Yeah, I think it's illegal formation. Well, that's the other thing you can get from your sideline. You get on that side judge and you tell him, hey, he's in the backfield. They don't have 7 on the line of scrimmage. Stay in his ear, and then all of a sudden that flag comes out late. So they're going to say that they didn't have 7 on the line of scrimmage.
So the ball will be spotted at the 45. Now I'm going to walk it down to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, previous spot, yeah.
So 1st and 15 from the 35. The snap, the give to Lorenzen. Tries to turn the corner on the right side. Several Broncos there. And they get him down short of the 40-yard line.
Well, I think Highlands is ready to lean on Lorenzen a little bit more. We had a pass to him, and now we're handing it off to him. I think, they want to get him a few more touches as you get late here in the second quarter.
Pick up a 3, makes it 2nd and 12. Ball at the 38. Cale Harris comes wide left down toward the bottom of your screen. Now the snap.
Oof.
And he is hit hard back there. Armstrong
he gets out
scrambling, still on his feet. Now he's pulled down back at the 20-yard line.
Almost got out, but yeah. I took maybe 4 guys to hit him, Keith.
Yeah, Maddox Jones was one of them for Douglas. Broncos celebrate after pulling Armstrong down back near the 20.
Yeah, just a straight drop back, Keith, and high school football, straight drop back can be precarious.
Douglas takes a timeout, and we will too. We'll be right back. 13-5 is the score. Douglas on top. We'll be right back on Glycod.
You don't have to look far to see the power of the Electrical Union Local 369. No matter the size, we have the right contractor to fill your needs. When it counts, you can count on the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 369. Contact the IBEW today.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
3rd down and 29 for Highlands. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Look for Douglas to use a timeout here if Highlands keeps the ball in play so they can get good field position and take a shot.
Snap and the give straight ahead to Lorenzen. Short gain for him. Now it's 4th down. Clock at 2:09 and so 4th and 25 coming up for Highlands. And they'll reset the clock at 2:11. So coach is trying to make the most of this final segment of time here in the first half. 13-5 the score, and we expected it to be some tough going as these offenses figure things out against some good defensive players, and it's been quite a battle this first half.
Yeah, just remember now, Highlands got the ball first, so Douglas is, they're going to have it here at the end of the half, and they also get an opening half. So Highlands is going to really defensively going to have to get a stop here.
Kai Anderson back at about his 11-yard line to kick it away for Highlands. Toby Robinson for Douglas, standing on his own 30 to receive. Snap a bit high, but Anderson brings it down, gets it away. Robinson under it, takes it, and comes up across the 40 to the 45 and close to midfield.
Yeah, good field position, Keith. I mean, it's 2-minute offense, and you're already at the 50. You should be in good shape here.
So an opportunity for Douglas with 2:01 to go before halftime. Broncos fell behind early, 3-0, but then put 13 on the board. Then we had the safety. 13-5 is the score right now. And coaches will have plenty of material at halftime too, won't they?
Yes, they will. Highlands had a great opening drive there, Keith, and kind of pounded it in. But after that, they've just been some mistakes. The interception, the fumble, the sack.
Guzman brings him out. Ball right on the 50-yard stripe. Here is Guzman. And the pass incomplete as he tried to come out to the right.
Yeah, screenplay. Nice call. Just, Highlands was there. But, yeah, I like starting a 2-minute drive with a screen.
Second down, 10 to go for Douglas from the 50.
The other good thing about this 2-minute drive is you started on your hash close to your sideline, so it's easy communication. But they still have plenty of time, so it's really, that matters if you're getting down to that last 30 seconds. But right now they have plenty of time to make their calls and move down the field.
Broncos ready to go from the 50. And the snap. And the give straight ahead.
Yeah, I saw single coverage to the field, and I thought maybe they would take a shot. But Highlands was showing just a basic cover 3 shell. And so the safety was over top of the ball, so you had a lot of space to the field one-on-one. But might see a shot here maybe.
Carter Ross with the carry that time. Pickup of 3, 3rd and 7. Douglas up to the line with the ball at the 47. Guzman takes it, looks downfield, now heads out to his left, and now he's going to throw. And the ball is caught down there inside the 40-yard line. That'll be good for a first down.
That was Benke got pressure on him, and Guzman was able to escape.
Keon Johnson with the catch for Douglas, a first down for the Broncos. Under a minute to go now, 57.4.
Nice play by Guzman. We've been talking about Armstrong, but, that was a little bit of unstructured. You had a Division I defensive end, and Benke there was able to escape and make a throw down the field.
Frederick Douglass lost its first 3 last year, playing against a very tough level of competition. And the Broncos, as they almost always do, got it going. Tough battle in the opening night contest for these teams tonight.
There it is.
Guzman throwing deep, got a man out there, and there is the catch, and there is a touchdown.
Single high defense.
A.J. Rhodes with the catch. Beautiful throw by Guzman. And Rhodes had a step.
Yeah,
there's it in.
Yeah, Keith, sorry to step on you there, but I saw one high defense, and so that means those corners are kind of on their own there, and that's what happened. And I didn't quite see the route, but it looked kind of like a post route here to the home sideline, and just made a, like you said, great throw and catch.
Frederick Douglass takes a timeout. That comes with 51.3. And just as you said, Chris, they had time to run some offense there, not under any real time pressure when they first got the ball, and they certainly took advantage of it.
Yeah, they waited, didn't take the shot early. So, the crowd up here, we could see them, they're getting a little frustrated. But you know what? They took the shot when they needed it and got their one-on-one. The play before that, you had a 2-high look. Highlands did. And then that play, they got another 1-high look. So got the one-on-one with the corner, and Guzman, man, threw a beautiful ball. He has a fantastic-looking arm and just zaps the ball off of it.
They're watching these sophomore quarterbacks tonight, and boy, they're demonstrating a level of maturity and then the physical skills as well.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, Keith, these are 2 sophomores. They got a lot of great football ahead of them.
Bushman steps in there to do the kicking, following the touchdown. And the kick is on its way, and he hits another one. One more on the board for Douglas, and the score, Douglas 20, Highlands 5, 51.3 to go in the first half. We'll take a break and be right back on Glycod.
Stuck on the road?
Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Under a minute to go in the first half, 51.3 to be exact, and Frederick Douglass has just scored again. 20-5 is the score. 20-5 is Douglass has built that lead, and we mentioned a few minutes ago it was an important time for Highlands. Now you want to get out of this first half, but now you really have some adjusting to do at halftime, don't you?
Well, I'm going into this, I was wondering who Gooseman was going to throw to, but, he's found his niche. He's got a couple of touchdown throws now. So he's got to be feeling good.
The return and a hard hit over near the sideline, and a flag flies. And we'll see what results from that.
Well, on the Highlands sideline, the kid took a big hit. From my vantage point, it looked like a shoulder pad, but they might be calling targeting.
Under the general heading of unsportsmanlike conduct, and so we'll see about the penalty.
Well, I think the kid popped right up, so that's a good thing. But it was a tough physical hit, and it was right on the Highlands sideline there.
So good position for the Bluebirds as they are now in Douglas territory after the penalty is stepped off. Be at the 48-yard line.
They're going to have to take a shot. It's only 44 seconds. Highlands got to throw it down the field.
Here's the snap to Armstrong. He looks and he fires downfield, and that one broken up and incomplete.
Feldbrugge, right? That's who they were trying to get the ball to, number 9.
Yeah.
What do you have? I think 60 catches last year. I mean, he had top receiver. Haven't seen him get the ball much tonight.
No, and he's got just 5'9" and 140, but he's makes some plays for them. Here's the snap, and Armstrong again looks and fires down the field, down the right sideline. That one popped up in the air and incomplete, so it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, you got to be thinking here, players, not plays, and that's what they thought. They had Lorenzen up the sideline. Douglas had him capped vertically, and that ball was just a little bit in front of him, and Lorenzen didn't really have a shot at that. And he's coming off, it looks like.
He does go to the sideline. 3rd and 10 now from the 48, and now here is Armstrong rolling right, and he's going to take it himself and then get out of bounds over there inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line. Clock stops at 27.3. This will be a 4th down play now for Highlands.
Yeah, another escape by Armstrong, back to his right, which is his sideline on this quarter.
Waits for it now and has it, being chased near midfield.
There's number 9. Caught that one, Feldbrugge.
Feldbrugge with the catch.
Got pressure on him that time, Keith. Stop me if you heard this. Escapes to his right.
Yeah. We've seen Bryce Armstrong do a lot of that in this first half. He takes the snap and looks and now floats
nice
the
call
over the middle. Got his receiver, Kramer.
Yep.
Kramer crosses the 30, gets down to about the 27-yard line. 10.2 is all that's left.
Nice call. You got pressure. You get pressure on you. The previous play, he escapes. They're bringing it. So looks like maybe setting up for a field goal here, Keith.
2nd down and 3 with 10.2 seconds to go. Kai Anderson, a strong kicker for Highlands.
Yeah, he had, I think, 3 field goals and I think a 43-yarder last year. So where are they at, the 25? So he'll be right there. He'll be right about 41, 42 yards.
Douglas with the 20-5 lead now as we near halftime. Anybody in particular impressed you most in this first half, individually or as a unit?
Well, I think it's been the turnovers. You know, the 2 turnovers kind of took the steam out of Highlands. You know, the first drive of Highlands I thought was going to be an indication that they could control the line of scrimmage. But you know, the turnovers have hurt them, and then Douglas has found some passing down the field, some one-on-one throws down the field that have flipped the script on them and created the scores.
On 2nd down, here is Armstrong. He is hit as he brought the ball forward, and the ball falls to the ground just a few yards in front of him. Incomplete pass makes it 3rd down and 2. We're down to 7.6 seconds in the first half.
Keith, I was watching Lorenzen. I'm like, this ball is going to Lorenzen. He was open up their own sideline, but just didn't have enough time. And so if you're Douglas, you better know where Lorenzen is on these critical plays. He might have come off here, though. Yep, he did.
3rd down play. And the snap, and there is the give to Kramer. He's got some room going upfield. He's going to get out to the outside, hits down to the corner of the end zone. And he is in there for a touchdown.
Wow. What a play.
Wasn't expecting that.
They were setting up for a field goal. I'm sure of it. They have a timeout in their back pocket in the middle of the field, and Kramer just breaks it. What a play.
So Kramer with the touchdown. Colt Kramer, 6'1", 195, a junior. 6 more for Highlands, and they needed that pretty badly.
Oh, wow. You want to talk about a game-changing play. They're handing off the ball to just get in field position in the middle of the field, and Kramer absolutely breaks it. Nice downfield blocking by Highlands. But if you're Douglas, oh, my, you have to be so disappointed on that.
Yeah, you had the momentum going after your own late touchdown in the 2nd quarter, and now Highlands has put one on the board. No time showing now.
Yep.
20-11.
To let what was it, 31 yards? 26 yards?
Range,
Sorry,
yeah.
26 yards, I think. A 26-yard run with 7 seconds to go in the half. I believe that's right.
Yeah. Seemed when he took that step to the outside and had the room out there.
But it was a key block. I didn't see who it was, but all of those things happen because of guys getting down the field and getting an extra block. You turn a 5-yard gain into a touchdown because of your wide receivers taking pride in getting down the field and getting a block. And you just don't know when these game-changing plays are going to happen, so you've got to get these guys down the field. They're going for 2, Keith.
They are going for 2, and they've got Armstrong back there. And now Lorenzen takes it, flips it over to Armstrong, and he is in for the 2 points.
Nice 2-point play. They show one set, shift out of it. Lorenzen goes to quarterback. Armstrong runs a little swing route to the left. They just throw it to him. These are 2-point plays that you put in the camp, and they used it there. Perfect execution. And Highlands, don't look now. Highlands is back in this thing.
Yeah, just a touchdown and an extra point down now, and that really changed the complexion of the game as the teams head for the locker rooms at halftime. The halftime score is Douglas 20 and Highlands 13. And we'll take a break and begin our halftime report in just a moment on Glycod.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be $1 million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
This is the velvety green turf of your lawn, where you don't just earn your stripes, you mow them. Victory is not without obstacles, tall grass, dreaded fence line, trees to get under and around. Once we called this no man's land. Today we call it conquered, with cold hard steel and an iron will. Go ahead, take a victory lap, 'cause it's mow day.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out how you can earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, Keith Elkins along with Chris Wolf. A battle in this first half and a little late lightning for Highlands Bluebirds, and they come back to put themselves very much in this ball game. A 20-13 lead for Douglass, but the momentum was really going Douglass's way there for a while. That was just a huge drive at the end of the half.
Late lightning is a great call, Keith. Didn't see it coming. Looks like Highlands was trying to set up for the field goal. Hand it off up the middle from the 26, and he breaks it. Totally changes the complexion of the game now.
It's just a 7-point lead now as the two teams are in the locker rooms at halftime. And tell me about what the coaches might be putting at the top of their list at this time.
Well, it's interesting. So as you look at this, Highlands has kind of been their own worst enemy. The drive where they threw the interception, it was a drive that was moving down in the red zone that was going to, possibly get some points. And then, you had the fumble on the very first play with a momentum shift. And then, Douglass really has struggled to run the ball consistently against the Highlands defense. But I said, one of my keys was which quarterback is going to be able to get the ball down the field, because I thought both defenses were going to be stout enough in the run game that you were going to have to get the ball down the field. And Gooseman has found it. He's found two single cover receivers down the field, was able to convert both of those, and we'll see if Highlands continues to crowd the line of scrimmage to stop Talbert, and if Gooseman can still find those single receiver matchups. That'll be a key. And then on the offensive side for Highlands is just taking care of the ball, I think, is a big thing. They've been, I think, a little bit more efficient in the run game, more consistent in the run game. But a lot of that, to me, has been Armstrong keeping the drive alive with his feet, too.
Yeah, just the sophomore Bryce Armstrong. We've seen him run left and right and keep plays alive and make some plays on his own. We've talked a little bit about the sophomore quarterbacks, and, of course, Dakari Talbert, a returning star for Douglas. But you mentioned the Douglas receivers showing some range and being able to get out there and get a step on the defender and then nice hands.
Well, one of the things is how are you going to play Talbert? Clearly, Highlands, for the most part, is saying we're not going to let Talbert beat us. Even though Gooseman has a lot of experience, we're going to make him have to throw it down the field. And Highlands has given them – I've seen Highlands in 2 high a couple times, but most of the time I've seen 1 high and some 0, which is like everybody within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage. So Douglas, I mean, that's their thing. Like, when are they going to take those shots, and can they convert?
Well, the team's in the locker room right now discussing this first half and what will come up for the second half. 20-13 is the score. Frederick Douglass looked like it was taking command, but a late touchdown. Colt Kramer with a nice run, and he's shown us some good work here in this.
Yeah, we've had Kramer in the backfield, and, like I said, Highlands has been efficient in the run game. Not explosive. There's a key difference. They've been efficient enough to move the chains, and then, they've added a few more quarterback runs. And so it's just kind of finishing drives has been the issue. They had the 1 sack on the drive, and, just the statistics are you're not going to score when you get a sack. So you can't have any big plays where you get sacked like that. But Highlands could settle in if they can get a stop with Douglas coming out of the locker room. Highlands could methodically work it down the field. And, I'm interested to see, is Lorenzen going to get a few more touches, right? Whether in the pass game or in the run game, can he be a difference maker on offense for them? But I've been impressed. I want to say this. I've been impressed with the Highlands O-line. They are young, inexperienced. They have 1 returning starter, and this is a formidable Frederick Douglass defense. Their guys can absolutely run and are physical, and they've held their own. So I think that bodes well for the season for Highlands.
Yeah, they had a lot of returning talent, but that was one area where they did not have a lot of returning talent. Was on that offensive line. Was probably the most unsettled unit, at least at this stage of the season. So Coach Spire, no doubt, is pleased to see his players responding well, who are not veterans of a lot of varsity competition.
Yeah, only 1 returning starter, Andrew Swope, a 6'4", 270 kid. And so they had to build, and he's an excellent player. But they got to build the O-line around him, and I think they've done a really good job and held their own.
All right, 2013, it's Douglas in front. Highlands very much in it. We're at halftime. We'll be right back on Glycod.
At Central Equipment, we're a family, and that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers
through the quality brands that we represent,
with the parts and service that we offer,
with one main focus of making sure
our customers leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw,
or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family,
so we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
Bugsy's Entertainment Complex is now open in Lexington. Located in Hamburg, Bugsy's brings together a wide range of attractions all under one roof, including bowling and duck pin bowling, arcade games, axe throwing, mini golf, and immersive experiences like the Hurricane VR ride and Valo Arena. This huge space also features food, drinks, and areas designed for parties, events, and nights out with friends and family. Whether you're planning a group outing or just looking for something new, Bugsy's offers a fresh entertainment experience right here in Lexington.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Vaping isn't a trend, it's an addiction. Ready to quit? Text START MY QUIT to 36072. No pressure. Get free, confidential help to quit vaping.
This message was furnished by the Bourbon County Health Department. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
We're at halftime, and Frederick Douglass leading Highlands by a score of 20-13. Keith Elkins along with Chris Wolf. Chris Labar is our producer tonight. Steve Bird, executive producer of Glycod, and Joel Milligan is our camera operator tonight. We've got some numbers to talk about. Chris, what stands out to you as we look at the stat sheet from the first half?
Yeah, without seeing the stats, I said I'm impressed with Highlands, young line, being efficient in the run game, and it shows on the stat sheet. 147 yards rushing in the first half against a stout Douglas defense. Anybody would take that. Quick math tells me that if you do that again, that's close to 300 yards rushing. Mm-hmm. That's a good night against anybody, particularly Douglas. But on the other side, Douglas has hurt Highlands in the pass game, 172. Single coverage because they're crowding the line to take away Talbert, and so that's kind of the pick your poison thing. And I understand the Highlands strategy. Like, you're not going to let Talbert beat you, and you wanted to see, does Douglas have a guy that can stretch the defense and make plays down the field? And Gooseman has found two times down in the end zone a one-on-one matchup and delivered. So that's the difference.
Yeah, Gooseman 5 of 8 in the first half, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns, a long pass of 73 yards in that first half. They sacked him one time, but he threw to Caden John for a touchdown, and then also
A.J.
Rhodes for a touchdown in that first half. Colt Kramer, the late 26-yard run for Highlands to tighten this game up again. Then an early field goal from Kai Anderson, a 26-yard field goal. Dakari Talbert, a 2-yard run for Douglas with the extra point missed that time. That put the Broncos up 6-3. So they later led 13-3 after the pass to John, and 13-5 after the safety when Jaden Guzman threw out of the end zone, and it was ruled intentional grounding from the end zone, which is a safety. He later came back with a 38-yard pass to A.J. Rhodes before the late rush by Kramer, and we've got a 20-13 ball game at halftime. And passing for Highlands, Bryce Armstrong 8 for 14 for 43 yards, a long gain of 13. Rushing though, he's 9 carries and is showing about 89 yards net, and a long gain of 13 yards, averaging 9.9 on the ground. So.
Well, and you know, a lot of those runs, Keith, are out of structure, quarterback scrambles, but they've called probably a half a dozen, 5 to 6 quarterback runs. So we've got him down for nine official runs there. So he's been the workhorse as far as yardage. He's got 89 on the ground.
Colt Kramer, 5 carries for 38 yards for Highlands, and including that 26-yard touchdown run that has really tightened things up here. 20-13 the score, and Douglas is on top of Highlands. A good win in our opener. We'll take a break and be back with the start of the second half in just a moment on
Glycod.
With fast signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast signs, make your statement.
This is the velvety green turf of your lawn, where you don't just earn your stripes, you mow them. Victory is not without obstacles: tall grass, dreaded fence line, trees to get under and around. Once we called this no man's land. Today we call it conquered, with cold hard steel and an iron will. Go ahead, take a victory lap, 'cause it's mow day.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products. Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You don't have to look far to see the power of the Electrical Union Local 369. No matter the size, we have the right contractor to fill your needs. When it counts, you can count on the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 369. Contact the IBEW today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
We are back at Frederick Douglass High School. Glad you joined us tonight on Glycod, our opening week of coverage for 2026, and lots of football to come around Central Kentucky. And hope you'll join us from week to week. Follow your favorite teams as we bring you high school football. And we certainly had a great game for an opener here tonight, Chris, with the matchup of Highlands and Douglass. We pointed out a little bit about the traditions of both teams, although they come at it from different perspectives. Douglass celebrating its 10th year of football, a fairly new school, and Highlands, of course, has won 23 state championships, but Douglass has won one in their time, and they've won a lot of football games, and Nathan McPeak has really built a strong program here. So right now, these are two heavyweights.
Absolutely. You have the old guard and the new guard. Different classifications, though. But, yeah, Highlands a deep tradition, and then Douglass becoming the public school team here in Lexington, quickly recognized around the state as an elite program.
We're just about set to go in the second half. Douglass won the toss and at the start of the game and deferred, so they will receive here in the second half. Kai Anderson will boot it away, and he approaches the ball and gets the kick away. And there's Nikari Talbert in the middle of the field and slips and goes down at about the 20-yard line.
Turf Monster got him, Keith.
Yeah, I think it was Green instead of Talbert. And but anyway, yeah, just went down, nobody around him, but lost his footing there. And so the Broncos will start at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, so anxious to see how patient Douglass is going to be with the run versus trying to take a shot. And what's Highlands' defense? We're going to see a 2 high on defense. They're going to stay 1 high and take away Talbert. So let's see what kind of adjustments we have here.
Guzman, the quarterback, the sophomore. Wallace moves left, and now here is Guzman straightens up and throws out to the right. Got his man out there, Johnson, and Johnson gets up across the 30 to about the 33.
Yeah, a nice way to start. A quick little screen and, break a tackle and get 10 yards on first down, or 11 yards.
That was Johnson, Keon Johnson, sophomore. Ball at the 33 now, first down for Douglas. So they try to get something going here early in the third quarter.
Douglas coming out in 12 personnel, Key, so got 2 wide, but 2 tight ends.
Johnson moves left, and now the handoff to Talbert. They're in the backfield quickly, and he is down. Benke got in there, Griffin Benke.
Yeah, a pin and pull concept. You got a double puller from Douglas. They're going weak on this. And Benke, who plays that, what I will say, weak side defensive end, the open side, just wasn't having it. That's why he's a Division I athlete.
He is. Benke 6'6" and 235, and a senior.
Highlands is low here. I mean, everybody's within 6 yards.
They lost 4 on that last one. Quick toss out to the right. That one is complete, but John could not get away.
That's a big-time tackle by Chase Jacob. Number 8, is that right?
8, Jacob, yes,
Big-time tackle. He's got good bloodlines, too. He's a nephew of Bill Roller, one of the outstanding All-State linebacker guard for the Highland Bluebirds in 1970s.
Well, there are a lot of family ties, and, of course, the most familiar name is Lorenzen, but there are a lot of guys who have great football bloodlines in this game. And as we mentioned earlier, that a lot of people whose football days are not going to end with high school graduation.
No, out here we got a lot of great football players. They're going to play at every level.
There's Guzman. He's throwing long this time, and that one is incomplete up near the 35-yard line in Highlands territory.
They brought in Lorenzen to play the left defensive end on the defense, and he rushed the quarterback. So it's the first time I've seen him in that spot. And Guzman just overthrew his guy.
So after they had the loss on the earlier play, now looking at a 4th down and 7. Sion Khan, their punter, will come on to do the kicking right here as he's standing at about the 21-yard line. Khan steps up and delivers the kick. And it is taken by Felberge right at the 35, and that's where they'll start. Make it Jacobs. That was Felberge.
So got 1 first down for Douglas, and then had to punt. Took a couple of shots down the field, though. At least one. See what Highlands has.
Early in the third, Douglas holding a 7-point lead over Highlands. They send Kramer in motion, and
there he is, wide open.
Throwing down to the right, and there is Jacobs, and he's going to score. Nobody near him. Touchdown, Highlands.
Nice play call. That was Jacob. We just talked about him on defense. Making a tackle, goes to offense, and makes the play up the sideline. A total bust, busted coverage up the Highland sideline. Totally wide open.
65 yards, and that's a touchdown. This is a 1-point ball game, and Highlands in position to tie it up right here. Anderson on the field, number 17, the place kicker. Harris will hold it. On its way. And it is good, and we are tied. It's 9:33 to go in the third quarter. The score, Douglas 20 and Highlands 20. Brand new ball game. We'll take.
Suntime Pools. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Suntime Pools.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Score by Highlands on the big play that time, Chris. And now, to say the least, we're starting over now in the brand new ball game.
Yeah, he was so wide open, Keith, without seeing a replay. I want to think it was a sucker screen where you fake the bubble or some kind of screen out there, and the other guy fakes like he's blocking and goes up the sideline. Douglas is so aggressive on those screens early in the first half that Highlands dialed that up at the right time. And I love calling it to your sideline. And he was just wide open, like wide open.
Green, Talbert, Robinson all back to receive this kickoff now. And we're all even. Green chases it down after it took a couple of bounces. Now he breaks through and gets up to the 25, close to the 30-yard line, and was close to making a big break on that one.
Yeah, had one guy right there on that sideline, and could have made it to the other side of the field, but nice open field tackle there.
So here comes Frederick Douglass now, trying to break this tie. Ball at the 28 as the Broncos get started. Guzman takes it, hands it off to Talbert, tries to go right, now cuts back, or goes left and back to the right, and gets up to the 30 and close to the 35-yard line. Had to change direction quickly on that one.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for what we get here, 5 yards. But, credit to Highlands defense. They are stuffing the point of attack, and it is tough sledding for Talbert. He's making some out-of-structure runs.
Went out at the 33, so a 2nd and 5 play coming up for Frederick Douglass.
Nobody deep for Highlands here.
Guzman takes it. Now he's going to throw.
Yeah, had some contact with the ball in the air, but no call. But, Douglas had the 2 guys to the one side. I think they're better off if they go wide on each side. They can isolate better. They kind of had congestion there with the 2 receivers at the same spot. But yeah, it was 0 coverage. I mean, I didn't see any help, so now they got 3 wide. 4.
3rd and 5 for Frederick Douglass.
2 safeties for Highlands on this one.
Guzman throws short this time.
Great tackle.
And a nice open field tackle.
Gabe Williams. Wow.
Gabe Williams, number 1.
Big time tackle. I don't think people realize how big time tackle that was. An elite athlete in open space.
That's tough to do.
Gabe Williams, tip of the hat to that young man.
Yeah, Gabe Williams with a nice defensive play. And that'll set up 4th down now for Frederick Douglass, so they'll have to kick it away.
3 and out. You got the 1 first down on the first play, and now they're punting again. This momentum has shifted, Keith. Highlands has got a little more bounce in their step right now.
Felbrugge back for Highlands. Kahn kicks it away. Felbrugge will take it on the fair catch at about the 35-yard line, and now the Bluebirds have it again, and they've got a chance to go in front.
Yeah, it's really nice for Highlands to get an explosive like they did, because it is a grind to work it down the field without an explosive. And so the two scoring drives, the 26-yard run is an explosive, and then the last pass was an explosive. So you get those explosives, that's when you get scoring drives. It's going to be a running play here.
Ready to go on first down. And the handoff to Kramer.
Whenever you get three receivers as wide as that, there's just not anything you can run out there with a high school quarterback. They're just trying to make the box clean, Keith.
Kramer on the carry, short gain. Second down play coming.
Little freeze call, look to the sideline.
Kramer next to Armstrong in the backfield.
Quarterback run.
He's going to take off with it.
Oof.
Ran into a lot of trouble right there in the middle.
Yeah. Another called run is that Armstrong again?
Maddox Jones credited with the stop. Third down and 8.
All right, Highlands is 4 wide. Where is Lorenzen? I don't think he's out there. Nope, he's at the top maybe. See if the ball goes to him.
Yeah.
Nope, Felbrugge.
Through over the middle. And it was caught by Felbrugge at about the 45-yard line. Gets down to about the 43. Nice pattern, nice catch.
Beautiful throw by Armstrong there. Looked like he was in rhythm, put zip on it. Nice soft hands by Felbrugge. Pretty play on 3rd and 8.
First down, Highlands. Now a quick toss out to the right, and that one hits the turf.
Yep, another RPO, decides to take the screen out there. Lorenzen, I believe, was blocking. Couldn't see the number of the receiver.
I think it was Felbrugge.
All right, Felbrugge, yeah. And they're set that up, Keith, for I think what we had on with the long touchdown was setting that up for a fake screen down the field type thing, because Douglas only has two players out there.
Second down play, and now he's throwing out to the right. And doesn't connect on that one.
Yeah, another RPO. They had, I think, a quarterback run, gap concept, and then a double slant coming from the Highlands sideline. Quarterback takes the double slant, just didn't connect. 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd down and 10 play coming up. Ball at the 43.
Screen.
Armstrong draws him back and makes the short toss, and then a nice open field tackle there on Benke.
Get a number. Was that 3?
Sion Khan is number 3, and that was him.
That's an elite, another elite tackle, this time by Douglas.
Yeah, up
open field. Benke with the screen and took him down. Nice play by that young man.
So now punting time for Highlands as they'll kick it away.
Douglas needed to make a stop there, Keith. Momentum was definitely shifting, and this is a big stop for Douglas, assuming Highlands kicks it. Now they're on the plus side, but it's 4th and 10.
Harris punts it away. And that one will come to rest.
I think Highlands has this. I think they're going to say it touched his foot before Highlands touched it.
Let's see what the signal is.
Yeah, I think they're going to say it touched the Douglas player's foot. He threw the little beanbag thing. Now they're talking about it.
No signal as yet, but, wow, this would be a big exchange right here.
Massive. Massive call right here, Keith. I guess Douglas is saying that they're saying it touched the Highlands guy first. They're walking off. Yeah.
So Douglas will keep it. That'll be at the 24-yard line.
Those are gut wrenchers right there, because you just have a kid that's out there trying to do his job, block, and he doesn't know that the punt was short. And now you got to tell the returner to come up and point where the ball's going, because the guy doesn't see it, and get him out of that way, get him out of the danger area.
Douglas offense back on the field now. We're all even at 20-20.
Lorenzen down there playing defensive end. To the field. Stand up.
Coach Spire mentioned is looking for a lot more on defense.
He gets double teamed.
Lorenzen that way. Here is Talbert
Oh,
making
wow.
a move out to the outside. Dodges another tackler. Comes up. He's at the 40. And then out of bounds, Dakari Talbert showing his moves, his quickness, and the running speed all in one run there.
Yeah, he doesn't look tired. Like he looks like he's getting stronger. That was a nice run for him.
Talbert gives the Douglas offense a boost. Offers from Marshall, Missouri State, Southern Mississippi for
Douglas
Dakari
needed.
Talbert.
Sorry, Keith.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Douglas needed that first down. They needed that first down for sure.
Here's the snap, and Guzman wants to throw, but he's under pressure. Finally has to throw it away to the right side.
All right, we had a hitch and go on that one, and the receiver for Douglas, number 4, Caden John, kind of got his feet tangled, but they had it. They were going to go hitch and go on the Highlands defender, but he got tangled up, and McPeak is kind of did you see him pounding the turf there? He knew he had a shot for an explosive there, but just didn't happen.
Breaking the action here. We'll take a break, and 5:28 to go in the third. We're all even 20-20 between Douglas and Highlands. Right back on Glycod.
Sunshine Pools. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Sunshine Pools.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Jimmy Cox of Highlands shaken up on the play, but appears to be all right as he was walking toward the sideline.
I think just a cramp there, Keith.
Second down play coming up for Douglas on the 38. Second and 10.
All high. Nope, they go one high.
He gives to Talbert
wow.
across the 40.
Look at that
collision at about the 45. Gabe Williams in there.
We talk about the tackling ability of Gabe Williams against maybe the elite running back in the state. That's 2 times in the open field. Impressive.
Another good effort defensively by Gabe Williams. Made the stop, leaves Douglas with a 3rd and 5 from the 45. Guzman hands it off to Talbert again, straight ahead, gets to midfield before he's upended, and that is Gabe Williams again.
Gabe Williams coming from depth. Got the first down, though, but, man, I am impressed with Gabe Williams' safety for Highlands. What a player.
Williams made the one-on-one stop again, but Talbert, as you said, did get the first down yardage, so Douglas keeps the drive going. They're at midfield now, 1st and 10 for the Broncos.
Leaning heavily on Talbert on this drive. See if they get the right look. They don't try to take a shot. The receiver to their sideline. Might do it here.
Here's the snap, and
there it is.
Guzman fires to the right and incomplete. Rolling down the sideline.
That's a little screen sucker play I talked about before. Yeah, the outside receiver act like he's getting a screen, and then the inside guy go up the sideline. Highlands was in man, so that's about as good as you can do coverage-wise. So he wasn't wide open. He had coverage on him, and then the pressure on the quarterback. I think Guzman got knocked down on that.
Ross, the intended receiver. Now 2nd and 10. Guzman takes it, hands off. No. He did hand off.
Yeah, Keith, RPO.
Yeah.
Trying to hit that little, what I call a glance route, which is a mini post, 5-step. But the problem with the RPO is nobody blocks the defensive end, and he is right in the quarterback's lap. And you're talking about a 6'6" kid in this case, right in your lap. Binky.
We're still at 3rd and 10 now. Still at the 50.
Highlands with a 1-high structure here.
Guzman looking and fires across the middle this time, and that one's incomplete.
Try to run a mesh concept, Keith, where they take receivers on either side, they cross, and then you have one in the middle. That's the first time I've seen them run that concept, but a little bit overthrown. We'll have to punt.
Kahn comes on to do the punting for Frederick Douglass. Williams is back along with Simon. There's the kick, and Williams will take it at about the 16, comes up quickly to the 20, crosses the 30, 35, and the 40 before they're able to bring him down about the 42, 43-yard line. Good run back by Williams.
Yeah, Gabe Williams showing out here. Now put the ball in his hands on a punt return. You can kind of see he's got wiggle, he's got speed, he's got good-looking size, and we got about a 20-yard return there.
In that range, and
so
field quickly.
Yeah, great field position again for Highlands here at the 42 to start this drive. I think last drive was a 3-and-out, but both teams have kind of been back and forth here without a whole lot of offense other than the one explosive pass.
42-yard line is where they'll start. 3:55 to go in the third quarter. Opening night for 2026. We'll take a quick break and be back with more football in just a moment on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Highlands with the ball, ready to go on offense now. Armstrong takes it. He'll run it himself and gets up to about the 45, but no more.
Lorenzen in the backfield there, Keith. They sent him on a little motion away, draw the attention, and then Armstrong up the middle. Armstrong is going to have a lot of carries in this game. He's going to be pretty sore come Saturday.
A lot of collisions tonight. Second down play. And again, a short game before they stack it up.
Yeah, that was Lorenzen, Keith. He's in I believe he carried it there, unless I'm mistaken. Yep, there he is. But, these guys are going both ways. Lorenzen's going both ways. And it's got a little humid, Keith.
It did. It did get a little humid. But a beautiful night for football, as we mentioned earlier tonight, and glad to get the season kicked off on a night when it's not quite as hot as it's been over the last couple of weeks. Here is Armstrong, and he
beautiful.
Throws it downfield, incomplete.
It kind of hit him in the hands. Now there were people around him, but Armstrong zipped it in there.
Quentin Simon, the intended receiver.
Yeah. Simon, another sophomore, one super sophomore, just like Armstrong. They got a nice sophomore class.
And that'll set up 4th and 4. Harris will punt it away for Highlands. Toby Robinson back for Douglas, standing on his own 15-yard line.
Sideline warning.
So we'll get that squared away. 4th and 4. The sideline warning goes against Highlands. Now Harris is ready to kick it away. Again, a high snap, has to leap up to get it, but brings it down.
There it is.
Bouncing on the 15 to the 14 and down at about the 12-yard line is where they'll start when the Douglas offense comes on the field.
I was just saying returner on that one was pointing out where the ball was, tried not to have the same problem as before. But it was a much better punt, so it was a lot easier to get the guys away from it than the previous one.
See Coach Nathan McPeak near the huddle there in his 7th season at Douglas, a 60-19 record. Also coached at Fairview. Assistant at Boyd County, coached in Georgia for a while.
Just an elite coach, coached against him. His teams are extremely well prepared. His guys play hard, and he's a first-class guy. McPeak, we ended up adding the Douglas team to our schedule at Mail, and it's been a great series with us. So can't say enough good things about Coach McPeak.
He has been great for us to work with as well. And enjoyed talking with Coach Spire the other day for our pregame interview as well. And another veteran coach. We see
Coach Spire is a class act. One of the things, getting a scrimmage with Highlands when I was at Mail, always great to work with. Just extremely knowledgeable guy. Just an incredible career. And he's got Highlands in the thick of it every year now.
the snap, and there's Carter Ross in to do the ball carrying. Ball's loose. Now the whistle blows, so see who comes away with that one. Ball down near the 10-yard line.
Well, I guess Talbert comes back in here. That's rough. I feel for the young man. Get your chance. 2nd and 12, but man, could have been danger.
Okay, so Douglas maintains possession. Talbert is back in the ball game. Standing next to Guzman in the backfield for Douglas. And he takes the handoff, comes up on the right side, and again, a good sure tackle in there was Kramer this time.
We got another one down. I think it's 14 again. Cox. I think he's got to be struggling with the cramps here. We're not even out of the third quarter yet. So usually, Keith, when a guy goes down with a cramp one time, it's usually it. And they're just not going to be the same. It's just kind of like he's going to keep going down. And we got a lot of football left here.
Yeah, the temperature was in the high 80s today. And was supposed to drop down a bit. I would like to thank you for making us Kentucky and Indiana's #1 free-to-watch platform for high school sports. Keep up to date with our live broadcast by clicking the subscribe button on your YouTube page or by scanning the QR code at the top of your screen. We're still showing 82 degrees now, and as you mentioned, got a little humidity out there too.
Yeah, it just feels like, Keith, it's gotten a little more humid since we got here.
We're looking at 3rd and 7 now for Douglas. Ready to go now. Talbert along with Guzman in that backfield. And Guzman takes it. And he's got his receiver up near the 35, 40-yard line across midfield. And out of bounds over on the sideline, but they are out of the hole now.
Big time throw. You had a corner route from the number 3 receiver, and Gabe Williams was there. He just kind of got tangled up and fell down.
Jackson
and nice throw by Guzman.
Yeah, with the catch. A big play for Douglas. They needed one like that.
Yeah, it's always or at this point, the war of attrition has started. It's going to be who can get a ball down the field in the passing game.
They're at the 46 now in Highlands territory. Tie ball game. Here goes Talbert looking for a hole and actually made one. Got 3 or 4 yards on it.
Still got juice in those legs here in the third quarter. I think we're going to get another cramp. Another Highlands guy down. Stojkovic this time.
Stojkovic, a big part of their defense. So they'll come out and take a look at him. Part of early season football, unfortunately, it happens. And on these warm evenings. 57.7 to go as we're late in the third quarter. Score tied at 20.
Well, that was a big-time pass, Keith, like you said. Needed to get out. If you're a Douglas fan, you needed to get out of that hole. They've been losing the field position. Defense has been keeping them in it by getting 3 and outs. But that pass right there was a big explosive, and we'll see if that explosive turns into a score.
Stojkovic heads for the sideline. Looked to be moving pretty well. These two teams giving us a good show in the opener, and they'll feel like they've been in a tough ball game tonight, whoever comes out on top. The snap to Guzman. And the handoff. And that is Ross again. Carter Ross back in there.
He double skinned it that time. He had his arms wrapped around it tight.
Ball security, that's the thing.
I've been there. You fumble, man. You just like want to dig a hole.
3rd down and 3. Just inside the 40. Guzman takes it. Fakes to Ross and flips it out to the left side to Jackson Ross, and he's got first down yardage across the 35.
Highlands is a little looser in the coverage here, and so Douglas is kind of taking a little bit underneath here.
A first down for Frederick Douglass. We're ticking off the final seconds of the third quarter now. And we have reached the end of period number 3. The score, Highlands 20 and Douglas 20. Back for the start of the fourth in just a moment on Glycod.
Want to stop vaping? It takes less time to get help than it does to skip this video. Text START MY QUIT to 36072. No pressure. Get free, confidential help to quit vaping.
This message was furnished by the Bourbon County Health Department.
Bugsy's Entertainment Complex is now open in Lexington. Located in Hamburg, Bugsy's brings together a wide range of attractions all under one roof, including bowling and duck pin bowling, arcade games, axe throwing, mini golf, and immersive experiences like the Hurricane VR ride and Valo Arena. This huge space also features food, drinks, and areas designed for parties, events, and nights out with friends and family. Whether you're planning a group outing or just looking for something new, Bugsy's offers a fresh entertainment experience right here in Lexington.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Fourth quarter, all even, 20-20. Keith Elkins along with Chris Wolf here at Frederick Douglass High School. And what a battle.
Fourth quarter, 20-20, Keith. Let's roll.
Opening the season up with a good one, which we expected, and it has turned into that and maybe even more. Douglas with the football, the handoff to Carter Ross, and he's battling for yardage as he hits into the left side, gets down to about the 33.
Important for Ross to give Talbert some meaningful rest here. So they really got to lean on him and let Talbert, and hopefully for Douglas, Talbert can finish in the fourth quarter when they need it. But
here's the snap and a quick toss out to the right. Missed connections there. Trying to go to Jackson Ross.
Yeah, they had it blocked up. It was a nice block, and the ball was right there. It kind of had his hands turned. I like to have the hands with the thumbs and forefingers together, and he had pinkies together, and that ball kind of just slides out if you have the pinkies together.
A third down play coming for Douglas. 3rd and 9 from the 33.
2 down territory here, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to punt from the 33, so they could run it here, but Talbert's not in, so maybe not.
Here's the snap. Guzman fires down the middle of the field, and a nice catch down inside the 10-yard line. Is that Carter Ross? Did I hear that right?
I couldn't see, Keith.
Yeah.
But is that 5?
5 is Jackson Ross.
Yeah, I think it's 5, Keith. Jackson Ross. Great ball by Guzman. Not a lot of space there. Like, he had to put it on him.
Inside the 5. Douglas with a chance to move out in front. Short game there. Handed it off to...
As Lorenzen in the backfield on that one.
Ross.
TFL.
So Dakari Talbert comes back in, replacing Ross.
Yeah, good minutes for Ross there, allowing Talbert to get a blow, and then, here you are. This is your guy, and he's made some things happen near the goal line.
Second down play coming. And they give it to Talbert. He looks for room on the right side. He's got it, and he's got a touchdown.
Yep, that looked too easy. It's nice having a weapon with that kind of lateral speed.
And Douglas has the lead at 26-20 with 10:37 to go in the fourth. Dakari Talbert, a great weapon to have at any time, but especially down there, needing some quickness to get out to the side and the speed to get in to the end zone.
Well, the explosive throw that we mentioned earlier at the end of the third quarter, like I said, statistics say you need an explosive play on your touchdown drives, and that converted this one into a touchdown drive.
So Hunter Bushman there to try the extra point. Kick is on the way, and it is good, and that'll give Douglas a 7-point lead. 10:37 to go in the fourth. The score, Douglas 27 and Highlands 20. We'll take a break. Back with the kickoff in just a moment on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Season opener on Glycod tonight here at Douglas, and it's 27-20. Douglas has moved back out in front now. The touchdown by Dakari Talbert, capping the scoring drive, and now Highlands will get a chance with the kickoff coming from Bushman. And here is the kick. Fielded about the 8-yard line, up to about the 20, and out of bounds. And that was Kuhnheim. So Highlands will take over at the 25. Highlands in need of a tying score now. 10.5 to go, plenty of time here in the fourth quarter.
Again, Highlands going to need an explosive somewhere on this drive. You just can't go 75 yards, very tough, without one explosive play.
Lorenzen behind
Pass.
Armstrong. A fake to Lorenzen. Now he's rolling and looking for room and comes over to the left side. Finally lets it go. And the ball's knocked away, incomplete up near the 40-yard line.
What a play. It's going to go in the books as an incomplete, but a lot went on that play.
A lot of action.
Yes. And just so the potential just oozing out of this quarterback, Bryce Armstrong, is just off the charts.
He's trying
10 weeks from now, Keith, he's going to be something else.
Oh, yes. Trying to connect with Feldberge on that one. A second down and 10 from the 25. They send Lorenzen in motion this time. And Williams fires to the right. A lot of contact out there.
We're going to get a call for kind of like unnecessary roughness. He didn't leave with his helmet. They're going to say he had time to pull up. It's just, it's tough as a safety. Yep. I mean, they're just going to say that he could have pulled up. It wasn't an egregious hit. He didn't leave with his helmet, didn't hit in the helmet, the shoulder and helmet area, hit him below the shoulders.
Yeah. There's the personal foul signal, and Cale Harris was the receiver on that play.
That's a big break for Highlands. That's a 15. That's in that. If you can't get an explosive play, a 15-yard penalty probably is pretty close.
So first down play coming for Highlands now from the 40.
There's a run.
The snap and the handoff.
They got the ball.
And the ball comes loose, and it looks like Douglas has it. They're celebrating.
Keith, they just ripped it out. I watched it. I don't know who the ball carrier was, but they just ripped it out.
Just made the clean steal look like, or a clean deflection. Knocked it away. Douglas comes up with it. And now a great chance for the Broncos to stretch this lead out. They'll be on the 38, looks like. 1st and 10, Frederick Douglass.
Got a sudden change, Keith, so see if Douglas doesn't take a shot. Highlands looks kind of low, kind of everybody low. See if Douglas going to take a shot on this sudden change. Nope. Yeah.
Guzman fires out to the right. And
what are they doing?
Whistle should have blown right there. The receiver was down on one knee after he made the catch. So that'll be a short game.
Yeah, I almost thought, are we in the NFL here? He was on a knee.
Yeah.
Then he gets up, and then I hear a whistle.
Right. The whistle didn't come till he was a couple of steps down the field, at least. Jackson Ross with the catch.
Yeah. Lost 3 or 4.
That'll be second down and about 13 now. The snap and the handoff. Ross hit into the right side. Tossed down over there. Ross needs a little assistance getting back up.
Another maybe 2 down territory, depends on how you look at it. They're inside the 40. It's 3rd and 8. You could run it here with Talbert and get to 4th and 4. And then, you got your playbook open for you.
So 3rd and 8 now. Here's the snap. Guzman looking, and the whistle sounds.
False start. Probably thinking that maybe McPeak is thinking I'll try to pin them down and make them go the field, versus the offense is just kind of right now little herky-jerky. Maybe let your defense kind of ride it out with the long field.
Ball goes back to the 42 now. So the Broncos break the huddle on third down now, 3rd and 13.
It's just single coverage out here. It's just, it's 2 receivers, 2 DBs.
Guzman looking, and throwing downfield, and just did overthrow his receiver. Had to turn a little bit extra there to try to make the catch.
Yeah, nice idea. It's just one-on-one. You run the slot fade, which is a much higher percentage throw than the fade to the outside receiver. And, the ball was there. It would have been a little difficult of a catch the way he turned.
Mm-hmm.
But
Caden John, the receiver there, and kind of looking for that ball over his shoulder and had to pivot an extra time or two.
But, yeah, no reason not to throw that, just a one-on-one down the field, and just didn't execute it perfectly.
4th and 13. Williams back to receive along with Simon. Kahn gets it away.
Oh, okay.
And it's grabbed at the 10-yard line, so Highlands will start there.
Had a little bit more roll in it if they wanted to go, but they jumped up and grabbed them. I think the Douglas sideline was like, hey, let's see where this thing goes. But to my point earlier, they're playing field position. They got the lead. The defense has been doing a really good job, Douglas. And Highlands hasn't shown a lot of explosiveness. We had to run at the half and then the one throw in the third quarter.
So just under 9 minutes left now. Douglas with a 1-score lead. 27-20 Broncos. Armstrong.
Plenty of time.
Takes it himself and now throws to the right side. Got a receiver out there at about the 22-yard line. That is Harris.
Highlands O-line did a good job. Armstrong really didn't have any pressure there. Nice throw down the field. Got a first down. Nice play to start the drive. Out by the 20 now.
First down for the Bluebirds of Highlands. Snap to Armstrong. He turns, gives it off to Kramer, running hard, comes up the right side, and short yardage for him.
I think
Jeremiah Brown in there for Douglas.
Sorry, Keith. I think it's going to be an efficient first down play. Just hand it off, and I think he got 5 or 6 there.
Yep, good run for Kramer on that one. Now we hear the whistles.
Oh, we got a false start.
False start on Highlands, so that'll push him back.
That's unfortunate. You get a first down run for 5, and now you're back at 2nd and 10. Fatigue sets in. You do some dumb things, Keith.
We've all known that feeling.
Yes. Now they got Binky in the backfield with Armstrong. So no true running back.
Armstrong moving to his right. Now drops back a couple of steps. He's in trouble. Now he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, they got Binky back there. No real run threat other than the quarterback, of course. And so I don't know if they just having him back there as an extra protector. Now they got 3rd and forever.
Yeah,
this
third
is
down, 16.
This is screen territory, but there's nobody in the backfield to screen, so I guess not.
Here's Armstrong. He's going to take off around the left side. He's going to keep it himself. Comes up across the 30,
First
35,
down.
first down yardage
Wow.
for Bryce Armstrong. A big play by the quarterback.
Oh, my goodness. This kid is amazing. What an amazing play.
So a big first down for Highlands. We're under the 8-minute mark now. Bryce Armstrong took it himself that time. Here's the snap to him. And he is hit as he was in the backfield, and two Douglas players right on him. And he is brought down in the backfield.
It looked like a bust. Somewhere, an assignment bust. He looked around, went to hand it off. Somebody didn't get the call, and then got to worry a little bit about Bryce. It's a long season. He's taking some shots now.
Yeah, Caden Williams in there for Douglas. And now it's second down and 15 for the Bluebirds.
Lorenzen out wide by himself to the sideline, to the Highlands sideline.
It's a snap. They are looking that way. Pass incomplete, and there was Cale Harris, looked like.
Trying to throw it to Simon, but he had coverage around him. Could have been intercepted.
And Harris was open over here on the right side and waving his arms. So now a big third down play facing Highlands. 3rd and 15.
If you're Douglas, can you contain Armstrong? Can you contain Armstrong? There he goes.
He's taking off with it. They're
There he
after
goes.
him. Now he looks. Now he
Just
throws.
throws it out of
and
bounds.
it's out of bounds. Down near the 40-yard line in Douglas territory. But now we'll have a 4th down play facing the Bluebirds.
Was chased out by number 2, I believe. Is that Wade?
Yes, Thurman Wade.
Yeah. He put the pressure on him.
Yeah, Wade, a very athletic player, a fine basketball player as well for Douglas.
Yeah, so that having an athletic guy chase Bryce Armstrong is good coaching right there.
So Toby Robinson back at the 25, and now ready to punt is Harris. He gets into it, and Robinson will take it at the 29.
We got a lot of room.
Comes to the 40.
Nice tackle.
And spilled there in an open field tackle by Tincher. Robinson puts him in good shape at the 42, 43-yard line.
Yeah, good open field tackle by Tincher. It looked like a lot of space there, but still a good field position for Douglas with the lead. 6 minutes to go. Can they get a couple of first downs and milk this thing? And they may just take another shot if they get the right look.
So after the return by Robinson, Douglas offense back on the field. Clock at 6:38.
You're getting this like no safety look on first down. Let's see if Douglas doesn't take a shot. Up.
Movement on the side there.
Yeah, Douglas, if they want to take a shot, first down is the down to do it. Highlands is giving you really no safety help, so it's just one-on-one.
So 1st and 15 now. From the 36, 37-yard line.
They're all still low. Hand it off.
And
Big
the
hole.
handoff goes to Ross,
Big hole.
picking his way through and gets across midfield. Down the sideline he goes. The 10, 5, and touchdown.
No flags.
So Douglas with the big play. They lead it 33-20. He got going down the sideline and they couldn't catch him.
Easily,
So-
Keith, the biggest hole of the night in the run game.
Yeah.
That was wide open. You could see it from up here. It was some kind of, I think, a one-back power concept where they pull a guy, but there was just nobody there.
A touchdown gives Douglas a 13-point margin. It'll be Bushman on the field to try to extend that lead. Kick is on its way, and it is good. And after the big play by Ross, it's 34-20 Douglas with 6:28 to go in the fourth. We'll take a break and be back with more football in just a moment on Glycod.
Suntime Pools, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Suntime Pools.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Well, now it's a 2-touchdown lead for Douglas again. Pressure really on Highlands. They'll have to do something quickly to get back in this one. 34-20, 6:28 to go, and some big plays. And we see Douglas with that, I would say, comfortable lead, but we'll see. A lot of football left to be played, but it is a challenge facing Highlands now.
That score there, Keith, I think was off of that fumble. So another turnover by Highlands that Douglas turned into 7. We got Highlands with 2 fumbles and an interception.
Now the kickoff taken by Williams in the middle. He comes up to the 30, 35, and is tackled shortly after crossing the 35.
Nice looking player, Gabe Williams. That's 2 returns that looked really good. He, in the fourth quarter, he has got some juice in those legs still.
Yes, he does.
So Highlands has got to get the ball down the field, but Douglas plays a coverage where there's not a lot of stuff deep. Like they have 2 safeties, and they rush 4 and drop 7. So if they're going to be able to find a deep one.
Quick toss out to Lorenzen. They get him the ball out on the right side, and he comes up across the 45 to about the 46-yard line.
See how much juice Lorenzen has. He's been going both ways. D-line, linebacker, backfield, everywhere.
Pickup of 9.
He's just
Fire
throwing
again down the right side. That one was not close. Lorenzen, the closest receiver in the area, but well behind him.
Yeah, I mean, leaning on your guy. Like, we just threw a pass to him, and now they had Lorenzen run what looked to me to be either a deep post or a go route. And so he's going to see how much juice he has, man. He's a big old boy to be out here running late in the fourth quarter.
Clock stopped at 5:52. There's the snap. This time the handoff. And I believe it's Kramer comes up to about the 48.
New set of downs. That's a good. Get the first down for Highlands now. Reset yourself and see if you can pierce this tough Douglas defense.
First down play.
Reverse pass.
Yeah, that comes back to Lorenzen. He gets rid of it and just does get rid of it in time, and that play was pretty much blown up by Douglas.
Yeah. A little trickeration. Douglas with the penetration. It doesn't work when you get penetration in the backfield like that. It's not going to happen. And I think Lorenzen's needs a blow here. He's been going.
Second down and 10. Here is Armstrong looking and now coming right straight up the middle with it. He's across midfield to the 40 now, and the 35 and the 30 as he turns the corner.
Yep, Armstrong scramble has been the most consistent offense for Highlands. Out of structure, quarterback scrambles.
Bryce Armstrong, a first down play and then some for Highlands. Ball at the 30. 1st and 10 for Highlands. Now he's going to throw. Got it out to the right side, but not much there. That was Harris who made the catch. Under 5 minutes to go now. Douglas up 34-20 in a game that really has seen two teams compete very hard right from the opening kickoff. Short gain again.
Inside handoff there. Is that Kramer again? Just trying to keep Douglas honest. Hand it off inside, pound him a little bit, get your receivers a little bit of a break.
Third down at about 4.
Quarterback run. They
And
lost
the
it.
ball slipped out.
They're going to call that an incomplete pass or a fumble?
Yeah, they're going to call it a fumble, and Douglas has it. So Douglas takes over, and that's big with 4:14, all that's left on the clock in the fourth quarter.
Coach Spire is giving them the incomplete. He's giving them the incomplete on the sideline. I think it's a solid argument, but I don't know. The ball clearly slipped, but was it going forward? I don't know.
So 4:14 is all that's left, and so now Douglas will go to work. And what's their mission here on at this stage and having this lead?
This is called 4-minute offense, and so everything is slow and deliberate, and you just got to get a couple of first downs here. But Highlands is not, they're going to have everybody within 5 yards, and so, we'll see.
Here's Carter Ross again, looking for some room, battling hard, but they've got him stopped there. Stojkovic in on the play, among others, for Highlands.
Highlands called time.
Timeout called by Highlands.
So
4:06 to go. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. So now recap here. Highlands is looking at 3 fumbles and an interception. They're looking at 4 turnovers, and that was a good drive. They had the explosive quarterback scramble there, and just kind of an unfortunate play there. Ball slipped out of Armstrong's hand and got the fumble in the high red zone where they could have got a score there, plenty of time to get a second score. So going to use their timeouts and try to conserve as much time as possible.
All right, set to go now. Douglas has it at the 26. And the snap and the hand to Talbot.
No.
Here he goes around the outside.
No.
He is off to the races.
Yep.
Dakari Talbot.
No.
And they won't catch him. Dakari Talbot has scored a touchdown.
Yep. All right, fatigue sets in, Keith. You don't fill the gaps in the fourth quarter like you did in the first quarter.
And with a guy like Talbot, such dangerous speed, he got out in front and
there's no question.
Behind.
The holes are bigger now. It was tough sledding for Douglas. Would they have 40, 30 yards rushing at the half? They're going to end up with over 300 probably. Yeah, they had Douglas only had
Here's Bushman now. He will try to make it 41-20. So this one has opened up in a hurry.
Yeah, Douglas had 36 yards rushing, just to finish my thought. 36 yards rushing at the half.
Bushman hits the extra point. Comes with 3:55 to go. 41-20 is the score. Douglas leading Highlands now, and now it looks like we'll see what happens, but the Broncos are certainly in good shape right now. We'll take a break and be back with the kickoff in just a moment on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass, Keith Elkins along with Chris Wolf, Chris Labar, our producer, Steve Bird, executive producer for Glycod, Joe O'Million, our camera operator tonight. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Still got 3:55 on the clock. We'll see what Highlands can do with that, but they're now down by 21. And the kick fielded at the 5. That is Simon looking for room as he moves left and gets up close to the 20-yard line and across the 20, but not much farther than that, and that's where Highlands will start, down big with 3:46 to go.
It's going to be tough sledding. Like I mentioned before, Douglas secondary, you know, they play a traditional. They got 2 safeties back there. Those guys drive on the ball. I just don't think there's easy throws to get explosives.
Ready to go now as Highlands back on the offense. There is the snap to Armstrong and the handoff. That was Coda Sharp. I believe that's his first carry of the night. Coda Sharp. 5'10", 150-pound junior on the carry. Picked up about 2, maybe 3. Armstrong floats it over for the short completion, and then a nice tackle upfield.
Yeah, nice solid hit by Douglas right there. Went down, but luckily for that young man, he popped right back up. It looked bad for a second, hitting right in that thigh.
Yeah, to Corey Fields, credited with the stop. He's one of those Douglas veterans on defense.
Yep. We got 3:03 here. Highlands has got to get something down the field.
They did get a first down, so first down Highlands at the 33. Bryce Armstrong takes it and turns and hands it off. And again, a short gain right into the middle.
Yeah, I mean, when you're down 20 here, game 1,
yeah,
I'm not sure you want your starting quarterback, your franchise, if you will, taking a bunch of shots.
Mm-hmm.
So while the fans may not like it, the long term is more important at this point.
Yeah, this is one game at the start of the season right here. So, yeah, you don't want to have any additional risks in a game like this. Now he fires out to the right side, incomplete. He's trying to get it to Harris going down that sideline.
It's just, I can just tell you that Douglas's secondary, there's not any freebies in that secondary. It is tough sledding in that secondary for Douglas. So
this will be a 3rd down and 9 play from the 33. And they'll just hand it off to Coda Sharp again. And he goes straight ahead for no gain or maybe a yard. And that'll put him at 4th and 9. Just 1:53 to go.
He's going to go for this here, or just punt it. What is he going to do?
Yeah, they're watching the clock run down, 1:43, 1:42.
I think if they go for it and don't get it, I think you're going to see McPeak just take a knee and the game will be over.
Yeah. Yeah, at the 34.
They might be calling a timeout here. Yeah.
Clock continues to run. Now it stops at 1:19. And a timeout for Highlands. That comes with 1:19 to go in the game, 41-20, and looks like Douglas will be the ones doing the celebrating tonight, but if you just look and see the final score, you wouldn't see what kind of competition we saw for most of this ball game.
Excellent game. Decided in the fourth quarter with two, 60-plus yard runs. I give Coach McPeak, been around this game a long time, and understand that it's a four-quarter game.
Yeah.
And so those 3-yard and 2-yard runs in the first quarter, come fourth quarter, have turned into some gashes, two long 60-plus yard runs, and that's the difference here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that's your reaction time. It doesn't have to be a lot slower. If it's just a little slower, it makes a difference with a player like Talbert on the field. And again, you had mentioned earlier too. Carter Ross being able to come in there and do some good running for Douglas really helped Talbert maintain his level at 100%.
It's going to be critical, especially early in the season, that Talbert gets a few drives off so he can finish in the fourth quarter. We got Cale Harris back to punt here. Shout out to Samuel Woodfill Elementary alumnus. That was my alma mater at elementary school. Same with Cale Harris.
Here's the kick. And that one will roll dead near the 25. And it comes to just 1:08 to go. So now the Broncos will send the offense back out to run this clock out and get this victory in the books.
Just a solid game by Douglas and Coach McPeak and his staff. Didn't panic. I mentioned the difference in the rushing at the half. Highlands was much better in the running game in the first half. Douglas much better in the second half, and fewer turnovers. That's going to be the key. Fewer turnovers. Highlands, I believe the number is going to be 4. 3 fumbles and an interception, and it's just tough to win on the road against a good opponent when you turn it over 4 times. Going to get victory formation here.
Yep, so they'll run it out, and Douglas will get that victory on the board. And you mentioned the turnovers, and of course, anytime a coach is asked about what's the key to the game, turnovers they're always in there, aren't they?
Always. The only thing that compares to turnovers are explosive plays. So explosive plays can mitigate turnovers. So if you win, let's say you win the explosive plays 10-5, and you have a couple more turnovers, you can still win that game. Mm-hmm. But all things being equal, the turnovers will make that big a difference. And I think when we look back, Douglas definitely had more explosive plays.
And that should do it. Now under 30 seconds, and the Douglas players and the big crowd here will celebrate a season-opening victory over Highlands. It's going to be 41-20 as a final, as the players already start to gather at midfield. Final 10 seconds on the clock, running off now. And a big win for Frederick Douglass in a year in which they have a lot of players returning and are expecting big things. But Highlands is too, and they'll have to deal with this defeat and try to bounce back in action again next week. Douglas has an early week off in this season, and the clock has run down to zeros, and it's a final now. The final score, Douglas 41 and Highlands 20, and we'll be back to begin our wrap-up in just a moment on Glycod.
At Central Equipment, we're a family, and that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw,
or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, Em, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Let's pause. Are you ready to break up with your vape? Text Start My Quit to 36072. No pressure. Get free, confidential help to quit vaping.
This message was furnished by the Bourbon County Health Department.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Martin's Peterbilt, your complete source for trucks, trailers, parts, service, and more at 425 Rogers Road in Lexington. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Back at Douglas, where the home team, the Douglas Broncos, have their first win of the season, 41-20 over Highlands tonight here at Douglas on the opening night of the season. Keith Elkins along with Chris Wolf. And Chris, you mentioned the turnovers for Highlands will be how they'll look at it, but that was a second half of dominance for Douglas in several ways.
Yeah, we talked about the rushing game here. They were 36 yards at the half, finished with 214, so 170 plus in the second half, and Highlands only had the five yards total in the second half. So just a complete flip the script in the second half as far as running game.
And, of course, we've seen Dakari Talbert do the things that he does, and tonight he was not dominant at all in the first half, and they were expecting Highlands knew they had to contain him, and they did for a while. But when you've got a player like that, he's a threat at any time, and he ended up breaking a long one there late in the game, and we just saw a little bit more of the, as you said, the elite player that he is.
Yeah, had a 74-yard run by Talbert, and then his backup, shout out to Carter Ross, who gave some valuable minutes for Talbert, but Carter Ross in his own 63-yard touchdown run in that fourth quarter, which kind of sealed the deal, flipped the momentum, or put it in the favor of Douglas, I think firmly in the favor of Douglas. But you know what, if I'm a Highlands fan, check the box for we have an elite quarterback, and he is fine, and check the box for the O-line. The O-line did a great job today. Now, I know the second half was a little not as easy as sledding, but they were playing catch-up a lot of the time. But so Highlands is going to be just fine. I don't think you're going to want to see Bryce Armstrong in Week 10, 11, and 12 in the playoffs. He's going to be a difference maker. He already is.
It really is. And I was going to ask you, in your coaching background, do you learn more from the opening game than any other game, or about your team, or is this just has to be one more game on the schedule?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can make a bigger change in your team after week 1, 2 than you can anywhere else in the season. You'll have a bigger jump from week 1 to 2 and week 2 to 3 than anywhere else in the season. And so I think there's a lot, like I just mentioned, a lot of things that Highlands was able to figure out tonight against an outstanding Frederick Douglass team. And this Frederick Douglass just didn't make as many mistakes, and they just played a 4-quarter game and just won the 4th quarter handily.
Bryce Armstrong showed us his outstanding talents, and Guzman, who had to just provide some steadiness last year as a freshman. They tried to protect him a little bit on some of the play calls last year, but now he's growing as a quarterback as well.
Yeah, I like what the Douglass staff is doing. They were very patient and not trying to win it early in the game, knowing that the Highlands team is very stout on defense, and giving Guzman opportunities in spots with the right look to throw it down the field. And he made some explosives, of course, the 2 touchdown passes in the first half. And then just, as like we said, controlled the game in the second half, just didn't make many mistakes. And, a really good win against an excellent Highlands team.
So Douglass wins it tonight by a score of 41-20 here at the farm, at the home of the Broncos of Frederick Douglass High School. So 1-0 for Douglass and an 0-1 record now for Highlands. But we're very early, a lot of football yet to be played, and appreciate you being with us on the opener. We've got much more to come on our postgame show, and we'll take a break right now and be right back with that in just a moment on Glycod.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Bugsy's Entertainment Complex is now open in Lexington. Located in Hamburg, Bugsy's brings together a wide range of attractions all under one roof, including bowling and duck pin bowling, arcade games, axe throwing, mini golf, and immersive experiences like the Hurricane VR ride and Valo Arena. This huge space also features food, drinks, and areas designed for parties, events, and nights out with friends and family. Whether you're planning a group outing or just looking for something new, Bugsy's offers a fresh entertainment experience right here in Lexington.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglass High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Douglas wins it tonight over Highlands. 41-20 was the final. Let's take a look at tonight's most outstanding players. The most outstanding players are presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. They've got the right equipment for the right job. And Chris, let's start with Highlands, most outstanding player.
No doubt about it. Bryce Armstrong, sensational sophomore. Believe everything you've heard about this kid. I mean, he is an elite player and going to be a difference maker moving forward for Highlands.
Yeah, and in addition to showing the talents, you got to show the leadership skills too. And it seems like he's coming right along on that.
For him to run through the teeth of the Frederick Douglass defense in his first start, scramble like he did, make plays down the field, the sky is the limit for this young man.
So Bryce Armstrong, our most outstanding player for Highlands and for the Douglas Broncos.
Yeah, the main guy, Talbert. Yeah, he is a beast. Even though it was tough moving in the first half, he made some critical plays out of structure to get some first downs, keep it going, and then in the second half, still had juice in those legs and got the 6-yard score to start the fourth quarter, and then had the 60-yard touchdown to kind of close the door on Highlands.
So Bryce Armstrong of Highlands, Dakari Talbert of Douglas, our most outstanding players for tonight. We will take a break and come back and wrap things up in just a moment here on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Sunshine Pools. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Sunshine Pools.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Vaping isn't a trend, it's an addiction. Ready to quit? Text Start My Quit to 36072. No pressure. Get free, confidential help to quit vaping.
This message was furnished by the Bourbon County Health Department.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back to wrap things up tonight from Frederick Douglass High School. Keith Elkins along with Chris Wolf, who joined us tonight for the first time, the former male coach, and hope you enjoyed it. You did a great job. It was great to have you with us.
Absolutely loved it. Loved it. Can't wait to do it again.
Well, we'll have a lot of chances. We hope to do that again. A lot of football ahead of us. And speaking of that, join us next Friday for a great Week 2 schedule. Coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. For all schedule information, please visit glycod.com or scan the QR code at the top of your screen. And we'll tell you that next Friday, August 28th at 7:30, it's Grayson County at Anderson County, Huntington, West Virginia at George Rogers Clark, and Lexington Catholic at Dunbar. And as always, for schedule information, check out glycod.com. That will do it for us tonight. We appreciate you being with us. For producer Chris LeBar, for our camera operator Joe O'Million, for executive producer Steve Bird, and for our analyst Chris Wolf, I'm Keith Elkins. Again, the final score tonight, it was Douglas 41 and Highlands 20. Good night from Douglas High School on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College, your community college. Tonight's game was brought to you by Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, the right decision for your home. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Bugsy's Entertainment, Lexington's fresh new food and fun experience. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. Central Equipment, specialists in farm and turf equipment since 1972. Carpenters Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Fast Signs and Roosters.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.